Kill, kill, kill. There's more to life than killing. You sound like someone I know.
Yo.
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 Heard you were talking shit.
Yo, guys. Attack on Titan.
So-
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That would have been perfect if I got some fake
Oh
blood
my
and then like
God.
made a fake cut or whatever. Just be
That
like,
might be TOS.
that might be
be
TOS.
TOS.
Yeah.
But oh my god, guys.
Oh yeah, we should have had wine.
Oh, we should have got some wine. Dude, you could go get some
go get
right
it right now.
now.
I don't know if we have a bottle opener,
Go
but
get some right now. Just don't kill the set and everything here. Yo, my bro's about to get some wine because you're right. It's the perfect time to drink. Let's drink to our God King Eren. Am I right? Like, absolutely. There's no way any of this can go wrong. No way anything can go wrong. Nothing at all. No. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm still in like panic mode because the way this conversation is set up to take place, it's happening in the exact way I didn't want it to. Even though I really did want a conversation between Armin, Mikasa, and Eren. But now Gabby's gonna be here. King Flock? Wait, that is based right there. King Flock? Please, no. No. Even Flock would deny that. Such a shrimp. Just... There's no way. Wine me, Falco. I mean, yeah, actually, it's kind of funny. There are a couple moments with regards to wine that they did in this season. Like with the party when Willie, Tiber, and everyone was showing up and all that. What was the other thing I was going to say? Actually, this episode, just low-key a bit of like kind of crazy analysis to think about. But if any of you remember, way back in the day, Isayama talked about through some interviews with a lot of the things that inspired him to come up with Attack on Titan, right? And very little of any of the studios were interested in his mangaka. Like, a lot of them were like, yeah, this is cool and all, but your art is kind of shit and stuff like that. And this is all firsthand accounts from Isayama. But one of the things that he said was the inspiration for a lot of his stuff in the story, like theming, was the idea that animals and people eat other organisms in order to survive. And it was just this idea of, oh, wait a minute. The idea of the Titans being these like almost alien-like beings that come in and eat the people. That's a very like interesting like, viewpoint on that, like to go into. But then, we end up going through the series in season 1 and we find out that the Titans aren't eating for the purpose of, nutrition or any kind of survival. They're just doing it for the sake of being predators. And it's kind of crazy to think about that we're still coming back to how much what?
I forgot. We still don't have an actual bottle opener.
What? We can't just uncork it?
So, well, there was the thing we tried that one time, and that made a whole big mess. I think it was like by heating up the bottle or something like that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, no. So
No, but you could take a screwdriver.
I don't think a screwdriver would work.
Yeah, because what happens is the incision goes in, right? Especially with the flathead. Then
Sure.
you twist, and then the resistance breaks the cork along that way there to when it's now hit in a spot that it didn't go in, and then you can pull it back up.
Does that work?
It could. It could, theoretically. See, I spent some time with chat. You spend some time with chat. I'm going to go try my flathead Is there a
All right.
wine bottle out there on the counter?
Yes, there's a wine
Okay.
bottle and
All right.
2 glasses on the counter. And then there's screwdriver. Don't use the ones that are for the computer. Use the, ones in the drawer.
Is chat saying like, no, don't do it or anything like
They're
that?
saying smash it.
No, dude, why would you do that?
Glass him, Jacob. Oh, God. All right. Yeah. So we will see how this works. Hopefully we don't hear screams and shouts and things like that. But yeah, it was actually kind of funny. There was a point where we were having our folks over, and they were like, hey, yeah, new place, cool. And they brought over a bottle of wine, but they didn't actually bring over a bottle opener. And we're like, oh, yeah, wine? What's wine? We didn't actually have a bottle opener. And let's just say the cork came out eventually, but it created a huge mess. Our dad felt so bad because it was like, oh, yeah, let's see the new place. And then suddenly, wine everywhere. But, yeah. I did indeed, Runix. I took we have this big old syringe. I used it to stick it into my spine myself, looking in the mirror of the bathroom, pull out some spinal fluid, and then put it in the wine through the cork. He doesn't realize that I did that, so when we drink it, it's going to be interesting. But yeah. Yep. So how have you been? Did you guys like the episode? Manga readers, oh my god. Like, we're at this point. Like, while he's gone. I'm not going to get into any crazy spoilers because I know there's some anime-onlys in chat, but like... Oh boy. No, so, new place in that, like, new place considering that it happened during, like, quarantine and all that stuff. But no. So the background Chan reveal actually is at this new place that happened over Halloween. We decided to move during 2020. Crazy idea, but yeah, that's what we did. Yep. I know the next episode's gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. Oh man. Like I had kind of lost track of like the different chapters and things like that and where the episodes were. So for the past couple episodes, I thought we were about to get this point. Like I thought this episode was going to happen like last week and potentially even the week before that. Like, so, oh man, we're here. And yet where they ended the episode, like they ended the episode just with Eren showing up. Like just with Eren showing up and everything. Like, oh man. Yeah, you should be scared, Sage Rose. You should be. Oh boy. Yeah, only 3 episodes left. Like, how? Like, okay, if the Warriors, and I'm not talking like manga knowledge or anything, just with anime only knowledge, what we have right here. If Eren shows up, the Warriors are nearby, and if they saw Eren, they're probably going to attack or something, right? Like, something's going to happen. A bunch of crazy things are about to go down. We spent 3 episodes or more than that, building up to just this point. A solid... It's been 5 episodes since Liberio. 5 episodes, right? Even if everything goes to shit, like, right in the next episode... How do you have a conflict that begins, ends, and has a beginning, middle, and end in 3 episodes? Like 1 episode per for each of those chunks? Maybe, but like, how would that even work? Oh boy. Yeah, I agree, A. Spiegel, and that makes me really curious how they're gonna handle the mid-season break, because with season 3 part 1 and 2. It was a very clear, like, okay, this is one section of the story, this is another section of the story. Theoretically, they could have been separate seasons, and it wouldn't have made too much of a difference. But for this, it's like, okay. Thank you, Jenny Monty. Oh, shoot, you did a few emote-only chats. Okay, all right, I will set it to... emote only for an extra long period of time. Gotta say, though, interesting timing to use it while Caleb's away. But, yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, can you imagine if there wasn't a part 2, and it was just, we get 3 more episodes, and then the whole show's done? after 5 episodes of build-up for the next stage of the conflict. Oh, Caleb. Oh, okay. That was a scream of triumph. All right, I think Caleb figured it out. I think he figured it out.
I'm a genius.
So what'd you do? Did the screwdriver work, or did you do something else?
We don't have a flathead screwdriver anywhere I could find.
Ah, I see. Thank you for not using the ones that are being used for building the computer. So what'd you do?
I'm a genius.
Did you heat up the bottle?
We'll leave it a mystery.
Oh,
Much
no, come
like
on.
paths, my future
No.
self.
No, you
explained
gotta
how
you gotta
I needed
say.
to do it.
You gotta say.
You'll go downstairs and you'll see the cork in like a mess.
Oh, did you like cut it up into a bunch of little pieces? You like took the screwdriver, dug it in, and like kept prying it out?
Dude, there are many secrets to the
chunks.
universe, and Isayama does not need to explain them all.
Oh, you think he's not going to explain them all?
The only one that needs explaining is Zeke's ass wiping technique.
I see.
Let me pour you a glass, my good sir.
Why, thank you. Ooh, listen to that ASMR.
Yeah. Pouring it by the mic, potentially.
Yeah. Oh, very excellent year.
Pretty sure this is just some basic one.
yeah. I got it at Costco.
Yeah, exactly. $15, man.
You know, I think it was like
18.
28. You know?
All right, did you read off all these subs?
I have not, so we need to go through
Bro,
those. But first,
bro.
it's still in emote mode, and it probably needs to be taken off
you put
right
it
about
into
now.
emote mode?
Yeah, there was
Why?
like there was a triple emote mode redemption.
Oh.
And I thought it was odd that they do that while you're
gotcha.
gone, but yeah.
I see,
Yeah.
I see.
Wine
Yes.
ASMR.
All right. So we got a lot of follows. A lot of
stuff
people
is actually
jumping
quite
in
good.
here. The Rex stuff at the 100 bits. Just curious, could y'all take a look at my Armored Gabby on Twitter before we get all busy with the Shingekiing of the Kyojin? I added you last week. Oh, I must have missed that. But yeah, we could check it out later.
Yeah.
A Spiegel with the Twitch Prime for 2 months. Thank
Thank
you. Iggy450 with the 6 months. Hi guys, just finished the reaction, ready to hear this discussion. As was bros Jacob, as was bros Caleb, nope. Red Roses 55 with the 9 months. Love you bros, love you too. Eric
you.
Walt with the 24 months. Happy 2 years, enjoy your wine. Jenny Monty with 1,000 bits. It's okay if I got more berries if needed. I was mostly seeing how long it would take you to notice. And 17 Vincio with the 5 months. AOT Podcast, let's go.
Yes.
IBG Music with the 100 bits. Only 3 more episodes. The announcement says, go read the fudging manga. Mwahahaha. Bible Thump. That would be evil.
That would be absolutely evil.
That would be very evil.
Yeah.
Like, of all the things for Mappa to do that would receive criticism and it would be, like, genuinely deserved,
Yeah.
that would be it.
Oh, that would definitely be it.
That would be it.
By the way, guys, just as a fun little, this is totally a trivia thing, but since we're drinking wine, if you ever want to get alcohol, whether wine or liquor or anything like that,
Yeah.
go to a liquor store at a time when they're not busy,
Yeah.
and then make friends, be friendly with the people behind the counter, and be like, hey, I'm looking for something like this. What should I get? They'll be able to point you to like the best deals on things and stuff like that, and something that
talk
like
your
actually
ear
tastes
off.
good. Yeah, because they like that's kind of their job to like know that sort of stuff. So that's how I found out about this one, and it's like considering the tag for it, the price tag for it, it is quite tasty.
Don't worry, Jacob will select
yeah.
the comments faster than last.
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
last video. HD Warrior with the 300 bits. Kind of unrelated, but Devil's a Part-Timer just got season 2 announced. I know. After season 1 ended 8 years ago. Twice the time for Attack on Titan season 2. Still feels unreal.
So
I can't believe they're actually doing a season 2, even though like the art style is going to be very different. And
Oh, yeah,
like,
'cause
I think it's even done
8
by
years
different
later.
people as well, like entirely different crew.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting.
I felt so good about it because so it was posted in our Discord, like basically right after the announcement was made, and I saw it,
Okay.
and then I turned around and reposted it and tagged a couple of my buddies that I play D&D with.
Yeah.
And it's like one of their favorite shows ever, right?
Right.
And they were just like, they just started freaking out. It was awesome.
Devil is a part-timer.
But now we've got the Devoru of Orotho, or Devoru of Parody.
Or the
the
devil of
Eldians.
Nicolo's restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, guys. So, Nicolo, can we just shout out one of the best tertiary characters in Attack on Titan?
We've gotten like 7 minutes of screen time with him in the entire show up till now, and goddamn.
And he's perfect.
Yep, isn't it wonderful?
He's actually just perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if only Sasha and he were able to have happiness. Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't that be great? But you know,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah.
Gabby killed her, and she was very proud of it.
I loved that
I
scene
killed her.
so
I shot her
much.
dead.
Where she's like, I haven't killed that many, but I'm working on getting more. And then
This
Falco's
is the
just
beginning of our revenge.
yeah, Falco's just with his like, What's that like Muppet Bear meme where it's just like
Yes, yes. Yeah, oh man.
like that is literally Falco during that whole bit of just like oh no. Oh no. I think I
Yeah.
just connected the dots here. Mistakes were made.
Gabby.
Gabby, inside voices.
Right. Didn't I tell you that your cockiness would like bite you in the ass someday?
Oh my god. Jenny Monty with 1,000 bits. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy Monday to you as well. Okay. Gabby wanted that kill streak. Can't blame her. I mean, there are pretty good rewards when
She
you get
did-
up to a bit higher of the win streaks there.
I mean,
But
when
yeah.
your number of deaths is 0, your kill streak, any amount of kills is a kill streak.
It's a Matthew Merlot, I believe.
Cab Sav.
It's a Cabernet Sav. Yeah.
But one of the cool things about this is
it's a
so
Washington wine.
so one of the reasons why I said that if
Thanks
you
1,000
ever go to
bits
an
again, Jenny.
wow, thank you. That if you ever go to an alcohol store to ask them about that stuff, apparently that's from a winery that's like 12 miles from where we live, and it's just a local winery that's apparently really good.
Walla Walla, Washington. Oh, yeah. This
Well, okay.
is something that was
There is
gifted to us, I'm
there is
pretty sure.
no.
was
There was another one that was given
Oh,
to us.
okay.
So that one was done in Walla Walla, but there's a branch of that winery
That
like
makes sense.
12 miles from here.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
Basically, Eastern Washington is huge wine
Yes.
country, basically.
Just generally like all kinds of like orchards and things like that.
yeah. Wait, are you guys spamming the hydrate thing so you can try and get us a bit
Schweisty faced.
inebriated?
Yeah.
I did that intentionally. All right, guys. Let's get into this episode. So, Children of the Forest. I can't believe that I missed the obvious Game of Thrones reference there.
Yep.
Even though it doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it
Like,
doesn't
at
necessarily
all.
have to. Yeah.
Yeah, even though Game of Thrones is a worldwide phenomenon, like definitely at the point that this would have been coming out in the manga.
Oh, now that you said that, Caleb, all the hydrate reminders are coming in. All right, let's go.
Guys, this is wine. This is wine.
That's a good point. We should
I
probably
just
get
had
whiskey.
my post frisbee meal. There is no way I'm getting even tipsy off of wine. I could drink the whole bottle.
Don't tempt them, Caleb.
No,
They'll
really.
try and make you do it.
No, really. Like, I have a really great metabolism. You guys are ridiculous.
I mean, if we already
Hey, we're
have,
just prepping ourselves for our man Zeke. You know what I'm saying?
well, I mean, if we already have Zeke's spinal fluid in us, we might as well enjoy the rest of the wine. You know,
That is
Like,
true. That
It's
is
not
true.
like more will hurt
If
at
you're
this
going
point.
50% on your cup, I might.
That's
as well.
not 50%.
That's basically.
That's
50%.
30% at well, 40,
Remember, it's
36%
deeper on the,
at best.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Zeke and all that here. Yeah, weaponized Titan spinal fluid.
Aerosol serum. Oh boy.
What the fuck is this? Like, this is some messed up shit here.
Yep.
This is not cool. Mm-hmm. Caleb, that's not clothes you are wearing. What? I'm not drunk enough to
Go
understand.
drunk. You're
what-
home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not drunk enough to understand what you said there. But Anyway, a gas weapon though.
Yeah. Lovely. Isn't
Okay.
It, isn't it just
And there
beautiful?
has to be some misinformation regarding the way it works necessarily, because whether it's something that it's different because it's aerosol versus in liquid form, whatever. But the idea of a spiked wine kind of plot point,
Yep.
love it. It's classic. Don't have any issues with it. It was, I would say, minorly foreshadowed, but it was just enough to where I'd be like, cool. As far as a twist goes,
Yep.
I'm okay with it. But this is something that might have been cool to bring up a little bit earlier. Just in general. Just the idea that Zeke used it this way. Because the only reason that it's brought up now is for the audience to be prepared for when
it gets used.
when it gets
basically.
used, which
Yeah.
is a little.
And it makes sense
a
because
little-
we haven't really had much of a reason to focus on Levi and Zeke in the woods in depth, because it's like, okay, he's just babysitting Zeke and making sure he doesn't do anything. Not much that happens there, right?
Totally.
But then all of a sudden, when things in other places start, going in certain directions, then yeah, it makes sense that one of the things that Levi and Zeke would talk about would be Ragago Village, because if you're gonna be working with this guy, you need to talk about some of the things that he's done.
Yeah, and I get that Zeke is definitely doing I'll just tell him kind of just general stuff like this, so he doesn't really suspect anything. It's a good way to get Levi a little bit relaxed, is just speak honestly regarding a lot of the things that you, tactically won't lose any advantage by, communicating this stuff to him. So, all right. I also like that Levi is like, hey, there were people there. It's not some village.
Yeah.
It's Ragaco. There were families. There are loved ones there. And you did that.
And
You
it wasn't
killed
even...
them.
And it wasn't even like, he's not bringing up the whole thing with like the Survey Corps and everything and how he killed all of them. It's like, okay, that's in a battle, right? But these are civilians. Like, they didn't have anything to do with what was going on.
Yeah, Eric, well, I get it that there might be stuff that wasn't adapted, but to me it doesn't matter. If it's not adapted, it didn't happen. So that's why I brought it up.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Don't forget the name of the village you slaughtered, you bearded shit. Like, I love that Levi is still giving him all this crap, because he's like, I don't like this. I don't like you. I don't have to like you. So if you're going to be like, oh, yes, this is all this stuff. No. You need to, at least feel something.
I will turn you into deli meat without much
hesitation.
request. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, Zeke, with his kind of deadpan expression and also a bit of his tone as well, it's like, well, if I didn't do that, they found out I was sided with Elia, then I couldn't have brought hope to this island.
Yes, it's for the greater good.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a funny little meme bit there. It's like, I told you all this when I landed on the island. Like,
right.
Why
are we bringing this up now?
Yeah, it's not why am I remembering this now. It's why am I expositing about this now? It's like,
right. Why are we talking about it?
The audience is listening now, so yeah, it's okay. But then Levi's reason, I think I really like here. You don't have a shred of guilt in you, and it shows. I think this is setting up the Eren conversation.
Gotcha.
Is that the Armin and Mikasa duo is going to see that,
does
Eren
he have guilt?
Might not have any guilt with regards to what happened in Liberio. So
who knows? We can hope.
Yeah. You may or may not want to save Eldia, but those lives meant nothing to you.
Yeah.
And
Zeke makes the meta line. He can't have been popular.
No, you. And it's
right.
like Levi's like, do you guys remember?
Let's not get into a popularity contest.
Right. Do you remember Gigak's little Attack on Titan in 9 minutes? And
and then
it's Levi Ackerman or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, what's that? Ignore that.
Right.
He was popular enough.
Mm-hmm. Just a little bit.
Wasn't Levi at some point the most popular character in Attack on Titan?
Oh.
In some ways,
I mean,
isn't he potentially still the most or one of the most popular?
At one point, I'm almost positive, but especially if you start getting into different metrics,
Right.
Like most shipped with other characters.
Totally.
I don't know, he's up there.
Eren What was it called?
I mean, Aaron is the main character.
Yeah.
But, like the Aaron and Levi ship?
No. Aaron Bowl or whatever, where it was like Aaron was being shipped with everyone, or was that MHA?
Well, no. So the thing is that if you look at
MHA was
if you look at
Becky Bull.
Attack on Titan shipping with all the characters and everything, and this was just back in season 1, mind you.
Right.
It was a spider web of epic proportions.
Yeah.
Like
They needed
every
content.
every character was shipped with every character. There was a ship for everyone because it was 4 years and it was a long dry spell.
Yeah. Oh my God, that was intense. So Levi gets the notice. Aaron's gone. They need to move.
Yep.
And we go straight to the OP. Oh my God. And then do we even cut back to Levi at all for the rest of the episode?
I think there's a point way later on. I think maybe I'm not sure.
Skim everything here. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there is.
Yeah,
it's
when
the
he's
part where
thinking
they're
about-
up on the tree branch.
Right, it's when there's the reveal that Zeke's spinal fluid is in the wine. But,
Yes.
But regardless, like, hey, the whole thing of the spinal fluid in the wine and the aerosol,
Mm-hmm.
Titan serum and everything, maybe put a different perspective on, the OP and some of the multicolored clouds and explosions and things like that, possibly.
Possibly. Okay, guys. It's your lucky day, kids. You're fixing to eat. Oh my God. Just the setup for, hey guys, Attack on Titan Season 4, the final season. You know what we really need? We need a dramatic, multi-character kind of plot trajectory convergence point at a restaurant.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect.
Because what's better than a food montage? A food montage with people that all want to kill each other in various different ways.
Various
and,
different groups.
and for different motivations and
allegiances,
things like
motivations.
that. Yep.
Yeah, one of my favorite things about, you're gonna laugh here, Tarantino films
Oh.
is that everything always comes down to a place of eating at some point in the film.
Sure.
There's some point in the film where
See how
all
Victor's
the
saying to your Nazi
protagonists,
balls,
yeah, exactly. All the protagonists and the antagonists of a scene come together and stop whatever they're doing to eat and just enjoy themselves.
Yeah.
And with this, we have it even worse with the context that there are kids here, the innocent ones, the ones
Innocent
that
and not
the ones that
innocent
haven't been
kids.
touched by the
The
wine,
Kool-Aid.
if you will, the blood of the sins of the adults here.
Yeah. Where is the lamb sauce?
But in the midst of this, we have two kids who are forced to grow up far faster than everyone else.
Oh yeah.
So, in this immediate group here, we know that they're going to meet Niccolo, right? Sasha's would have been lover.
Yep.
Or potentially was. We don't know. She's dead. Her killers come in here. The people that don't know exactly that they did that, but
Right.
are taking good care of them and showing them that the people of Parody and also just Eldians in general can be great people because
Also-
all people have this capacity in them.
I also want to point out that it's not just that Sasha's parents got the reveal that these two kids killed
Yeah.
their daughter.
Yeah.
They also get the reveal that, they're not actually Eldian at all.
Nope.
Like, Kaya was the only one who actually
Kaya
knew.
was the only one who
Like-
knew. Yep.
Like,
Yep. So that's just one party coming in here. And then Niccolo is the setting with the restaurant and everything here.
yep.
But this restaurant has a special plot point in it with the wine.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
they showed the wine at least two very key points before this
Yeah.
in setting all this up.
Yep.
So there's a couple things where you can feel Isayama was like,
Oh yeah, not Paradisian, not Eldian. Of course they're Eldian. Yeah.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But just the idea that, exactly. But that all these plot points needed to reconverge at some point, so
At a
that
single coordinate.
yes, but basically, so Isayama could deliver a simplified trajectory towards some kind of general conclusion, or
Right.
at least the next stage of the conflict.
Yep.
And he did it with Liberio, with the stage play, right? So this is just the next stage being set, where we're going to
Sure.
have the next dramatic play being put on.
And it is kind of fitting if you think about it,
it
because
is very fitting.
because in the first half of the season, it was 5 episodes of prep, I believe, right? And at the end of the
No, it's 4 episodes of prep.
Yeah,
At the very end of the 4th episode, it's, hey, Reiner.
That's right. Yes. So then episode 5
Episode
was
5
Aaron
was the declaration of war.
was the declaration of war and Aaron transforming, right? So
So you could call that setup if you wanted to have the Titan battle be
Right,
the execution, but I don't think it needs to be looked at that way.
or at least
Because I think the declaration of war was the crescendo of the story. The
Sure.
Titan fight that came out of that was the natural conclusion of the big character moment.
right. Yeah.
So this is being set up for the next big character moment. Instead of, yo, Reiner, it's, hey, guys.
So
Yeah,
I'm treating you the same way I treated Reiner.
right. He comes in with the hand already pre-cut, being I can transform at any time, and I'm sitting down here to have a conversation with you
And
in
the
a way that he felt so sure of himself. And we'll get to that. But I just love that it's the classic thing of, hey, it's your lucky day.
It's gonna be happy
This is
and
going to be
fun.
amazing, right?
Uh-huh.
No.
No, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaya also being helpful and being like, hey, yes,
soldiers use
there will
this
be
place too.
Marlians here. So, be careful. And
Yep.
the soldiers will be here potentially too. So, be quiet. Don't make any,
Right.
don't make anything to cause
Trouble.
trouble. Yeah.
Like Kai's got a good head on her shoulders, and she's still helping them out. It's just that extra reminder.
And look at how wholesome this is.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Who would have thought that looking at this image that the girl on the left would try and brutally stab the girl on the right 7 minutes from now, or not 7 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
From now.
Yeah, I also got to say another parallel between this and, in my opinion, I think episode 5 and 3, respectively, are some of the most genius episodes of Attack on Titan. This is the
so
setup in the same way that episode 4 was the setup for 5, in reminding us what's at stake here.
Beyond the steak.
Yes, exactly. Beyond the meat. Is that Eren in episode 4, or I believe in the beginning of episode 5, raised his hand and went, you know what's up there, right, Reiner?
Yeah.
In
Whole
this
bunch
case,
of people.
Look at these kids here.
Uh-huh.
These are the ones that
Yeah.
Browse is basically like, no, we have to keep these kids
Right.
out of that kind of a situation here. But he brought them literally to the worst place possible, completely innocent. There's no way he could have known.
Right, because it's
This was a fulfilling of the kindness of a guy who lost someone precious to him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like when Aaron said, back when he was talking to Reiner, hey, it's all housing up above, right?
Yep.
To communicate, yeah, there's, dozens, if not hundreds of people up there. And they'll die if I transform, right?
Or you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now we're actually like in the building where the people are. We know the people in that building.
Mm-hmm.
You think any of these kids will be okay if a Titan transforms in here? Even, in another part of the building. That won't matter. That won't matter at all.
Yeah. I love the little comments of like, oh well, it's all in the house, so I brought everyone.
Right,
Sorry
right.
about that.
Yeah, we
But then,
skipped breakfast.
We skipped breakfast for this.
That is such, oh man, I've been that kid.
Have you ever been in that situation
Mm-hmm.
where you're going over to that one relative that always makes the most extravagant meals and
Mm-hmm.
you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have the best food ever. I'm going to skip breakfast
Yep.
so that I will
Yep.
be, I'll be ready to eat.
I've done that a few times on like Thanksgiving or something where it's like, okay, there's gonna be turkey and a lot of stuffing. Let's prep for this.
Exactly.
Yep.
And there's that awkward kind of exchange between Kaya and Gabby and Falco. Just like,
Yeah.
hey, that's Nicolo, the Marlian who invited Mr. Browse.
Wait.
And I love this here because look at her hand on Gabby. Gabby is not freaking out right now.
Nope. Yeah.
It's working,
physical
guys.
contact, and she is okay with
Now
it.
she's sweating a little bit.
Right, but
She's
that's more the
nervous.
nervousness of the situation, not the fact necessarily that Kai is actually touching her.
Right. But this is how, especially with a kid, but just this is the hope of the future for the world of Attack on Titan, right? is that they had the rough conversation
Yes.
in the previous episode.
They did.
It's not all smooth sailing all of a sudden because, they talked.
But it's
But
better.
we're making progress here.
Yeah, real progress.
This is just one of those little things that could totally go unnoticed if you blink and you miss it, basically.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's not a soldier, so why was he invited? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his daughter was the girl soldier who saved me.
And I love how that information is brought up. Still no idea on either side what this all means, right?
Yeah.
No idea at all.
Yeah. I love the way that she adds the thing of, well, Niccolo was there at the grave, but I think it's more
Personally, I
than
thought
that.
they were in love.
I thought they were in love.
Yeah, it's like, oh boy.
Now,
oh boy.
what I love about this is there is an assumption that's being made here, and the three expressions here really, really sell it, is that, well, the soldier had to have been an Eldian. And Niccolo is very clearly not an Eldian.
Right. Yes.
So,
So-
there,
Uh-huh.
there's history and pretense for a Marleyan and an Eldian.
And oh boy,
Oh, what
if
what a horrible thing.
and if Reiner had talked to his his cousin, niece, cousin,
I think
about
she would
this,
be his cousin.
yeah, about this, then she might not be quite as surprised. Precedent, this kind of stuff can't happen. But
Yeah.
oh,
God, I am so ready for Reiner to show up in all of this. It's gonna be crazy.
and Falco's starting to piece it together.
Yeah,
right?
well,
He doesn't
not
like
not immediately.
not immediately, but the
Yeah.
idea of like, oh, that's right, like, we are fighting these people.
In the manga, when Kaya says, "I think they were in love," Gabby reacts, "That can't be an Eldian and a Marleyan." I think it was a way to show growth on Gabby's side.
Oh yeah, that's
Cool.
right.
Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha. So they're emphasizing it even more by having her not say that in a lot of ways. In the anime?
Oh, I hadn't thought about it like that.
I mean, it's one way to look at it in that she doesn't say anything immediately, in the same
Oh,
way
sure.
that she doesn't react to being touched
Right.
by Kaya.
Yeah, reinforcing the change rather than reinforcing the stubbornness in the midst of change.
Yeah, the fact that she kind of relents when she shows that stubbornness, apparently, in the manga. Yeah. I love how this went into like, just wait until you've had the main dish, and Niccolo gets all fired up and excited. He's like,
Shokugeki no Gabi.
I'm gonna flambroil this
Right.
amazing meat here. It's gonna
This
be
is going to be
fantastic.
wonderful.
He's like, you're
I'm going
cheering me
all
on,
out."
aren't you, Sasha?
Yep.
Wherever you are.
I'm going to put the biggest smile on your family's face.
You know what's really sad? Something I've always kind of wanted to have happen at some point is if anyone like who's an Eldian dies, basically, if there's some kind of ways that paths get sustained by the past souls of Eldians, that they get to see their loved ones beyond death or something like that.
Okay.
Like any remote kind of thing like that. The idea that Niccolo here, well, he's not connected to that curse, if you will.
Oh,
So
because he's not an Eldian.
so he will never have the opportunity to see Sasha again.
yeah.
Anyway. But yeah, for a while we go epic food montage and
it's wonderful.
Yeah, it's amazing. And we have this nice little bit of foreshadowing here where his assistant kind of has a thing of wait, what are you doing? Who's this for?
Yeah.
And
He's just got that
sorry.
slightly more stern look on his face. You know?
Sorry, if anything, he's more like, oh, there's people here, and
Right.
Niccolo is the one that's like, who is it now?
Yep. What's going on?
And now, if there was ever a band photo that perfectly exemplified one of these things is not like the others, Connie. Look at Connie just staring off into space in nowhere. This is just the thing that I found so funny about this image.
He's
is
like
Hanji,
the bassist that needs to have
Hanji and
bunch of
Onyankopon and
personality.
Armin, they look like stern and serious. We're here and we mean business.
Jean's
Mikasa-
a little bit apprehensive.
Yeah,
you know?
Mikasa and Jean feel a little bit like, I don't know about this. And Connie, meanwhile, just like that bird over there. You know, I love to meme on Connie, but I also feel like of all the people that's not thrilled about being here because he
probably Connie.
knows whose place this is
Well-
and who this person was connected to.
Well, yeah, it's even if he's on great like terms with Niccolo and everything like that, which he seemed to be, it's still something where it's the now let's hang out with the family of your closest friend who's now dead.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Oh my goodness. And I love that this scene always happens in the Tarantino film as well,
Oh,
where the characters arrive at separate times sometime, and you know that if they all enter the same room together,
Their
then
paths,
there's going to be
if you will, might converge.
yeah. But you know that they're going to be segued off from each other for at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But Hanji's like, oh no, it's no rush. But Onyankapon's like, nope, we're going to do this right now. They're investigating. We're hoping you can help.
It's like, okay.
Another reminder that he's definitely like going to be like helpful here.
Oh yeah, he's a solid dude.
Yeah, he's not a double agent at all. So,
And if he is, then he is such a damn good one.
yeah, exactly. So that was a really cool reminder that he is definitely someone that Hanji can, I would say, trust. Yeah.
Which is important given what happens next.
Yep. And then we have I guess, oh man, this shot actually is pretty
damning.
Yeah, pretty damning.
It's like the focus is on, Connie, but like,
But it's like,
Why?
why are they obscuring Connie with these big, thick bottles of wine?
yeah.
And then I bet it's reserved for MPs basically saying they sat at that table, drank from that.
Right.
You
They
know,
were
wine
probably
there.
at Niccolo's restaurant when they were talking about how like, oh yeah, Historia, she's
no,
awful.
They
and
definitely were. Yeah, wasn't it literally the assistant of Niccolo that was like, this is the wine, right?
oh yes,
I'm pretty sure one
no,
of them
yeah, that's
asked
right.
like, which wine bottle
Yes,
is it? Is
yes.
this it? And one of them confirmed to the other.
Yep, right. That was the other thing, and they played ominous music during that time.
Yeah,
and it was really
yeah.
like jarring.
That's a
like,
good point.
Like,
They
wait,
did.
what's going on? Why is this? Why are we supposed to be questioning what's going on here? They're
Right.
just serving them some wine. It's no big deal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they really wanted to make sure everyone clued in rather quickly here. And then John like, what? Is this the wine? Yeah.
And then of course Niccolo has to defuse the situation.
Oh my god, the speed at which he just like
He's like,
zooms.
nope.
Like
He's handling it
almost
like it's a
wanted to-
live bomb.
Well, yeah, I almost wanted to make a my precious joke, you know.
I was
just
thinking
like,
that too.
Just like
I was thinking that too.
my initial thought on this was he's like, no, you dirty Eldians. Like I literally thought he was gonna do something like that. I'm like, dude, calm down.
Uh-huh.
And then his expression afterwards was more of a no, this is not anger or something. This is fear.
Yeah.
This is
Uh-huh.
this
There's
is
something else here.
Yep. It was Niccolo who was saying this one, right? Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
Right, okay. Also, more setup for the assistant to be the one that turns on him here.
Sure. Yeah, because we know he's involved. Yeah.
Yeah. And then he, of course, falls back on the good stuff would be wasted on Eldians. It's like,
Yeah.
And then, who is it that says, oh yeah, Jean's the one that calls him on his bullshit. He's like, Niccolo, you're still saying stuff like that? Is this how you're coping with Sasha's death?
Right.
Like you're trying to revert back as if no, you didn't love her. Like
like,
how
come
could
on,
you ever
bro.
love an Eldian or something like that, bro? We know you loved her. Don't give me this bullshit.
Yep.
I love the way that Jean calls him out like this because it's the assumption that no, we're friends. Like this is the kind of stuff you say to your friend when they say something really stupid.
Yep.
Like
You call them
really
out
stupid.
on their bullshit.
You're like, bro, really?
You're better than that.
You're
Come
better
on.
than that. Yeah.
What are you
Like,
doing?
What are you doing?
Yep.
Exactly. I felt like Jean just handled this really well as his own character. Like he didn't feel like he was just responding to the plot and saying what made sense. I felt like this was Jean talking here. And that yeah. And then, of course, he even gets a little bit more flustered. I mean, the Boos don't give a damn what race we are.
And then Nicolo's like, well, see, the thing is, it kind of
It
does.
actually does. And that's the
Like,
part which, yeah. Yeah, and he really even triples down on that. Don't touch me, Eldian.
Right. Yeah. Because he's trying to save him. He's trying to save him.
Yeah.
Connie's
Wow.
just like, the fuck did you just say?
Right. I actually really love this screenshot here because for some reason, I just feel like Connie is just kind of dead inside. Like, he almost looks like he has a little bit of extra bags under his eyes. Or maybe it's just his eyes look a little bit more just sunken
Shaded
in and
over.
shaded
Yeah.
a bit, you know?
Well, okay, let's
just-
think about it this
just
from
poor
Connie's
guy.
perspective. Sasha's dead, his closest friend. He's going to be seeing, potentially, her family, right? If they're here, right? Oh, okay, that's great. He also sees Nicolo, the guy she loved. And once she's dead, this guy, who is a walking reminder of the fact that Sasha's gone,
Yep.
then starts calling them a bunch of dirty Eldians.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yep.
He lost 50% of himself. Oh. Okay, so I want to talk about the setup for this confrontation that comes up here. The fact that the wine was something that was set up to be in this restaurant from previous episodes. Nicolo was set up to bring the family here a while ago before Gabby and Falco stumbled into them. Gabby and Falco encounter them in the woods, setting up an opportunity for them to come here.
Yep.
The MPs then have a lot of time with this wine, setting up an opportunity for Jean and Connie to freak out about the wine.
Sure.
Thus having a moment where Nicolo takes the wine, intentionally separates himself from the entire crowd, which he wouldn't do ever in this scene except to be doing the cooking, then goes down into the cellar, giving an opportunity for Gabby and Falco to also leave this conversation.
Talk to him one-on-one.
Have their very needed one-on-one conversation so that things can slip that, well, Gabby killed Sasha.
Which wouldn't have been a problem with literally any
other-
other Marleyan.
Yep. So the amount of setup and framing for this is perfect. It's super crazy that there were this many conveniences that happened,
And
but I would
yet-
say all of them together make this pretty just awesome.
Yeah, I would say the only real convenience is the fact that
They found Kaya.
They found Kaya in the
Yeah,
woods.
that's it. That's
Because,
really the only
Because
one,
it
yeah.
makes sense that Kaya would take them specifically to Nicolo. Because, well, yeah, of course, he's close to them, right?
Yeah.
You know, they both knew Sasha. There you go. She was precious to all of them.
No. I'm not saying that the Survey Corps had any clue the Browse family would be there.
Oh yeah, no, that was me. That was my bad. That was
Oh,
my
okay.
bad.
Yeah. There's no way they would know that they're
But it's still a reminder of Sasha and things like that because Nicolo. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then Falco's acting skills are 100, and he's like, oh, my stomach. Oh, okay. So he is, trying to be helpful, and
Kaya's all like, "Good luck."
Yeah, like I hope this goes well.
Man, talk about escalation. Like from good luck to
Yep. So
yeah.
let's see how fast this thing goes to shit here. I love this. I love these kinds of scenes where the tension is all in the dialogue and in the context.
Right.
That
It's
we
in the
know that
audience, but not the characters.
That the characters are unaware of.
Yes.
We
Yes.
came from Marley. We're warrior candidates, and he's probably thinking like, "Holy shit! Why are celebrities here that? Wait.
How'd you get here?
You're candidates, which means you're not Titans. So
Right.
what-
You're
what-
just kids, but
yeah, why the hell are you here?
right. And natural question to ask,
Yeah,
natural response.
yeah. And they're like, "Well, we think
Yeah,
there'll be
the
hugely
important info,
offensive,
you know, huge offensive, yeah.
Hang in there. Let any of your Marleyan comrades know."
Yep.
And then he's still like,
Hold up. What are you guys doing here?
And then they had to open their big mouths and explain everything.
And by them, Gabby.
Them just Gabby.
Falco's
Gabby taking point has never really led to
It's helped in some
the
circumstances.
best circumstances.
But
yeah.
you knew it was just a matter of time before it blew up in her face.
I love how Niccolo figures it out too. We got aboard the airship as it retreated and rode it here.
And he's like,
wait.
What?
Oh my god. This bit here, Attack on Titan has done this many times where they zoom in on the eyes and basically are just like.
And sometimes it feels overdone for me personally. Like I know when I got into the show for the first time, I was like, why are they doing this so much?
Yeah.
But
this moment here, where it's not something that would be convenient again for him to have thought long weeks, nights, months, a long time about what led to Sasha's death. How?
Freak accident. Some kids, somehow got onto the blimp.
Yep.
Shit.
Yep. Everyone would have told him. They'd apologize. They'd be like, dude,
we didn't expect it.
I'm
No
so
one could have
sorry.
seen that coming.
It should have been me. Like,
Yeah.
you can totally imagine
Yep.
how Jean and Connie especially would have been like,
Fate slapped him in the dick, basically.
like there's nothing we could have done, man. I'm so sorry. Like, the way in which he just immediately goes, no, you?
Yeah.
And it's a cruel twist of the knife in that you could tell by the way he was interacting with Jean and Connie and that he was trying to, like, forget probably it all happened. Trying to go back to his old life and be like, no. Eldians and all that. No.
I mean, I think that was because he still cared about him and he wanted to save him.
Yes, of course. But I think that it was the lie that he chose.
Yeah, there's a reason that he chose that line in particular.
Yeah.
Their presence, in the same way that seeing him probably hurt Connie because it reminded him of Sasha,
Yep.
seeing them probably hurt him because it reminded him, again, of Sasha.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the positive, moving past it, I'm going to make food for her family.
Yeah. Oh my god, just the way in which he has his realization and it says a female soldier.
Yeah.
And the
Falco's like,
Falco, like they do this really intentionally, and I just want to show the bit of animation that they do to have his eye, like, I'll let you guys see this bit basically in motion. So just watch Falco here. This is amazing. He just kind of goes,
just the,
he's like, oh shit, like,
I'm in danger.
I'm in danger. Like the way in which he just kind of immediately goes, oh no.
What? He's like, he's already thinking in his mind, Gabby's next line will be, and he's like, no, please don't. And if you were to ever show discretion, Gabby, now would be the time.
But nope. Gabby's like, hell yeah. I got him good. 360 no scope.
Right through the chest. She died nice and slow.
Like look at this. So I know I'm gonna make a comparison here as well. See, this is Jacob, basically, like how he reacts. Jacob is Gabby. He's like, yes, and I'm on the sideline just like, oh.
This feels like something a particularly
yeah.
This feels like Faye's Gabby on top of the leaderboard. Wow, oh man, that takes me back.
Wow.
Like, it feels like something a DM would come up with to be like, okay, there's that one cocky as shit player. All right, they did something. I'm gonna bring in an NPC that knew that person they killed, and then I'm gonna let it come up in conversation. And the PC's like, hell yeah, we did. I got the last hit. It was wonderful. Just crushed his face like a watermelon. What?
God, yes, this is a meme template. Manga readers and anime only.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah,
Why me, Falco?
Sitcom. Oh, there you go. Yeah, sitcom lab basically. Oh, that's our Gabby. Oh my god. And I love the way she doesn't, like, stop. She, like, goes in. She's like, yeah. I've only killed a few, but our real revenge has yet to begin. Like, and the way
Falco's like, what?
Falco's face here, just like, what the fuck, Gabby? Shut up! Like, read the room! Holy shit, you sociopath! Like, calm down! Like yeah, if you removed the subtitles from this right here, this is perfect. This
If
is a
anything,
perfect
if only
meme template.
Gabby was a bit to the right and Falco was a bit more like on screen.
Yeah, definitely.
But oh man.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This sent me. This sent me because I was like, yes, this is the perfect way for her to experience the comeuppance of, well, your life, what it's brought you to, and Falco, if anything, has just had the luck, if you will, of being born into the Grice family where they were restorationists, you know. So
Stop.
stop it. Get some help.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he does a little, Gabby, wait, hey.
Like Gabby's full like Nicolo's like, did you kill, a female soldier? And Gabby's like, modern problems require modern solutions.
Yeah. Now about them kids, yeah. We won't let those spineless devils get away with.
It's like, Gabby, what did we literally just teach you in the previous episode? Or in a previous episode. Was the last episode or
Gabby,
the one before?
stop.
Yeah. For the love of God, please.
And the way she turns
She's
back
like,
with this,
what?
like, what?
It was an awesome kill. Like,
Yeah,
and we got away with it.
right. I'm surprised Gabby isn't talking about her amazing, like, slide hit into Lobov, like, when he was, like 80 yards away.
Or
like,
braining the one prison guard with the brick. You
well,
know?
that has a bit of surprise there. But the fact that Lobov, who's, like, swinging from a cable,
That's
gets,
true.
like, pop, headshot, one shot
Yeah.
from a girl who's, like, 80 yards away or something.
Carl.
I mean, yeah, she's pretty talented in that regard. But just the way in which everyone's expression is so completely different here, I love this kind of
man.
miscommunication conflict setup.
I mean, really, Falco, this is the girl you got a crush on? Do better, man. Do better.
And then,
He just, like, it's almost like he's not even really thinking about it. He's just like,
Yeah.
oh my God, I need to do something about this.
and then this is the extra genius part of this, guys, because I'm gonna go Giga Brain here. I tapped into it a little bit, I think, with the
think you
with
did.
the discussion. I think I did, but I think it makes perfect sense here. Isayama is not just setting up the wine with the confrontation with everyone converging at a single location in the geography of the story, but he's setting up how freaking Falco is going to become a Titan. Falco is the one that gets hit here because Falco is going to protect Gabby from the horror that Reiner told him to save her from. This is literally a plot device that can make her turn into a Titan
Yeah.
when Zeke does his raw, you know? So, the fact that this is potentially set up for even more shit later, this is just my head, my brain trembles, if you will.
Nice.
Yeah. But I love the speed at which he goes from, like, hesitating to pick up the wine to snap, picks up the wine, and he's made the decision. He is beating her over the head to
This wine will
to
do
kill her.
just fine for this dirty LDN.
Yeah. This like the animation, like they went all out to make him look so full of despair and anguish here.
Hatred. Like,
Well, I don't know, man. I think the eyes look
yeah,
dead.
most of it is pain.
Look at that. That's
Yeah.
pain.
Yeah, it's not,
Like,
very, very little of it is like true hot rage.
right.
Yeah.
You remember when they were kicking the crap out of Falco and Gabby on the airship? That was hatred.
Yes.
There was a very clear, like, kind of
This
almost
is
Titan-like
this is
look.
just an extreme like why.
His eyebrows are pointed up towards his nose. That shows that he is generally feeling a more sad kind of emotion.
This is basically his form of grieving.
Yeah. Yeah, he's broken and confused. Yeah, exactly.
Hurt people hurt people.
Yeah. I mean, we're all hurting. Everybody hurts.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the...
Gabby's just like, it was at this moment Gabby knew she fucked up.
Yeah, yeah. And the speed at which Falco like
takes the hit.
takes the hit. And holy shit, look at this.
Yeah.
This made my heart stop.
Oh, I know, because you're such a Falco fan. Like,
Falco can't die here. He can't die here.
Well-
This is not how Falco has to go out. Falco has to live. He has to save Gabby. That's his whole character. Gabby is the one that we're meant to dislike so that Falco can save her. It's just, it's so good. And then just the way it looks so perfectly thick and red like blood.
yep. It's like, we don't know how hurt Falco is right now. We don't. Nope.
Oh. Ah. But Jacob brought up something really interesting in the discussion about the fact that Falco was the one hit over the head and not Gabby. You want to go into that again?
Yeah,
here?
so because Falco was hit over the head, not Gabby, that means he's unconscious for what happens next, not Gabby.
Yep.
Can you imagine how much less tense the situation would be if it was simply that people are debating whether or not they kill an unconscious Gabby? The fact that Gabby gets to see it, the fact that Gabby gets to see the full expression of his pain as a result of what she did, and that Falco's the one that suffers for it, and then later she gets to see it on Sasha's whole family.
Yep.
She gets to see Kaya, who was the nicest person ever, who gave her like
Well, second chance at life, basically.
a second chance at life, saw her as a person when Gabby, when she was calling them all, devils and things like that.
Yep. Yep.
To see her go from that, perfectly understanding and everything, to grabbing the knife and desperately trying to kill her.
And she almost did.
And she almost did.
God.
If not for Mikasa's freakish strength,
And reflexes.
Like, I love how when Mikasa stops the arm, there's no, like, quivering in Mikasa's grip. It's just like
A death grip.
Just a death grip.
Vice lock.
Just absolute steel. And all of a sudden that knife, the tip isn't even like wiggling a bit. Like it's just nope. It's right there.
Yeah.
Like,
God, the fear I had that a lot of that wine that they showed all over him was blood.
and
But then
who knows?
also,
I don't know how much of it is.
Yeah, Jacob wanted to make sure I saw this, but when you see Falco here, look at where that wine is going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, and when Niccolo is there's a shot where Niccolo is like staring at it, and that drop there, it's
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
slowly getting closer to the corner of his mouth,
Yeah.
and he's like, yeah.
And it, Oh, he goes, shit, okay.
Yep.
Right. Then
Then he punches the shit out of Gabby.
yeah, which
I
I
mean,
know
hey.
there's a lot of people that hate Gabby and stuff. And she definitely, if we go by the rules of, eye for an eye and all that, she deserves.
Oh yeah, no,
This,
I
at
will
the
I
very
will say
least.
while Niccolo probably enjoyed that was actually I think the right call.
Yes,
Because
I agree.
one, she's a warrior candidate, so you can't just treat her like a regular old kid because she will bean you with a brick, right? But at the same time, you can't have her doing stuff. So whatever you're going to do with her, whether kill her or
Bring
spare
her
her,
up to the military.
bring her up to the military and make sure that she is incapacitated so that you can actually bring both of these kids up there.
Exactly. It's also a nice, fun way of showing that he is actually on the side of parody. Like he is not like fully
Right.
devoted to the cause of Zeke and all that.
Well, that's the thing. Because the thing with parody is a civil war, right? The Jaegerists
Right.
and stuff, they're still for. I mean, they're for the New Eldian Empire or whatever.
Right.
But it's not for Marley.
Yeah. And then he drops the
This
bombshell.
shot, like
I love this
holding
so
an
much.
unconscious Falco under one arm, and then holding a
knife.
kitchen knife in the other. Kitchen knives are sharp.
Yeah,
you don't
if-
want to mess with a chef's knife.
Yeah, a chef's knife. Ching, 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 ching.
That'll
Very
cut
sharpened.
off your finger like it's nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Like there was a point when I was working in food prep.
Oh yeah, tell him about this. Your
and
chainmail
this was
gloves.
this wasn't even at like a nice place, right? So like the knives that we got fresh ones every week. Like these were the economical.
Yeah, this was a chain.
This was a chain. So
Yeah.
cheap knives, but sharp knives that can be used for food prep.
And
right?
you had one of those little hook things where you could slide it along to sharpen it even more
right,
if
right.
you needed to.
Yeah, if we needed to.
Yeah.
But we would literally have chainmail gloves that we would wear on our offhand, so that way when we're slicing things, we can slice quickly. Because eventually, there's going to come a point
Where it catches on your
it
thumb.
catches on your thumb or your finger or whatever.
Yep.
And if you didn't have a glove like that, that part would just
part
keep
would
going
go
right through,
off.
and it would be gone. And there were stories that I heard of times when people were like, "No, I don't like the chainmail gloves. I'm not gonna wear it. Whatever."
Baka.
And they were in the ER. You know,
And they lost 12% of their finger on the
Right.
diagonal. Here.
There's a reason why the whole yandere aesthetic always involves some sort of high quality kitchen utensil, because that shit
That is a
will
weapon.
kill you.
That is
That is a weapon.
Yep. Do not mess with that shit.
Yeah. All right.
And everyone just has this moment of, okay, this is in some ways what Isayama was constantly building up to. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, you don't like Gabby? Gabby makes you uncomfortable? Gabby is like, you're like, oh, I just hate her. I can't. Well, yeah, though she's just a kid, she's a trained Marleyan soldier. She's sitting there, bloodied mouth and nose. She got aboard the airship, leaving Marley, and shot your daughter. There it is. There's the facts. I love the way he just reemphasizes she shot Sasha.
And Gabby is on the ground, not even fully aware of what's going on. And the low point that we knew Gabby would have to reach in order for her to truly question
This is almost
everything
it.
that she's been taught.
This is almost
if
it.
this isn't it, what is?
Oh,
right?
no. There's a way it can go lower.
The way it would go lower.
It's Falco abandoning her.
Falco abandoning her, dying, or turning into a Titan. Especially given the fact that if he turns into a Titan because of the wine, that will be because of her. Mm-hmm. Because when someone is truly on a self-destructive path, will they really care if something hurts them? Maybe not.
Maybe not.
But
If
there's someone
that they care about,
if there's someone that they really care about that's with them, they might care about that.
Yeah. Add Harris at the 100 bits. As much as Gabby went through with Kaya, Gabby is still trying to impress her superiors, Marleyans, and her spilling what she's done comes off as a child seeking validation from a parent or adult. Sad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Basically.
Exactly. So then we have that moment where she's on the ground bleeding and she looks up to see how they respond. And there's this brief bit here. It's edited rather quickly to be a very quick bit of scenes where she realizes, wait, daughter.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just going to show these images rather quickly here. Mm-hmm. They look more shocked than really anything else.
Just horrified. Oh my God.
You?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I love how much they do to showcase how this is a couple. Like these two, they've been married for a while. They've been with each other for a while. And you can see that they're really close.
So one of the other things that I love about this too,
And then a quick panic shot
is
from Gabby there.
specifically for this shot and in context of the other shots before it, Gabby's a kid.
Yeah.
Now, she's also a warrior candidate, so she is well trained. She has killed several adults
Yep.
quite competently. However, this shot specifically, actually.
Yeah.
One of the big, obstacles that she would have to overcome being a kid is that she is much smaller than the adults, right? Feels rather thematically fitting given that this is Attack on Titan, where we have a bunch of giants that kill the regular-sized humans.
Yep.
Now in this situation, she realizes she fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what's going to happen to me?
And it's not about whether or not she regrets killing Sasha. It's that
No,
she's
it's
going to die probably.
What are going to be the consequences of
Because-
my actions? To me and to Falco.
Well, right, but because she sees them all as devils, she's like, well, they're going to carve me up. They're going to torture
Sure.
me. They're going to
Yeah.
do horrible things to me.
Yeah, they're
So
going to
she's-
do all the things that I wanted to do to the people that killed Zofia and Udo.
Yes, or to bring her less in a positive light.
Uh-huh.
She's just thinking about it from the stories she's probably told herself or been told about what
Sure.
the devils are and who they what they do and stuff, to where she's thinking the worst horrors are going to be afflicted upon me now,
Right.
because I screwed up.
And up till this point, what we've constantly seen from Gabby, with her body language and everything and her personality, is that it's very big, right?
Yes.
I am
true.
the greatest warrior candidate. Yes, of course.
And-
None of you
and
can
cute
compare
as a
to me.
button.
And
Yeah,
cute as a button. The superiors love me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, if you want to say that I'm worth more than 800 soldiers, I understand.
Of
I am
course.
pretty badass. Okay, then I can live with that.
Right.
But now, she's small. She's realizing just how tiny she is.
Yeah.
She is
Falco
a-
can't protect her anymore.
Falco can't protect her. He has been protecting her. Look where it got him.
Yeah.
And she's a fragile little human being.
Mhm.
Little meat sack with a lot of blood in her
Yeah.
that could very soon be all over the floor.
Yeah.
And maybe she would deserve it.
I love that Niccolo offers the knife to Mr. Browse here because I knew immediately what was going to happen once
Yeah.
he got a hold of the knife, that he wasn't going to do it. But I could see a lot of people freaking out and not remembering season 2, episode 2, and thinking, oh shit,
He's going to do it.
he's going to do it. He's actually going to do it.
But no.
No. Like the second like you think about it and you realize what he was telling Sasha in season 2, episode 2,
Yep.
it was almost preparation for people like Gabby coming into their world and
Right.
not knowing how to fit in with it. And we need to be there for them.
Which I love because it's in a weirdly meta way. Since Isayama was originally planning on having Sasha die at that point in season 2,
Yeah.
and his editor convinced him to not kill her because he liked Sasha so much,
Uh-huh.
it's kind of like Isayama being like, I still will have the last laugh, but I will use the fact that I almost killed her there to make it so that when I actually kill her, it's even better.
It's even
Right?
crazier.
And also there was someone who commented this on the video on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
which I loved, but that not only does the dad not kill her, he then hands the knife to his wife
Yeah, well, we'll get to that.
because he's convinced. He's like, yeah, no, we have an understanding.
Oh, right. Yes.
It's okay,
Yeah. Yeah, I loved their little silent communication with regards to that. But before we get into that, we have to bring Armin in here.
Yeah.
Because there was some chaos, some noise, and Armin's like, what the? Oh,
The rain sounds like Aaron.
joy.
Wait, yeah.
we're getting everybody in here, and they're gonna recognize them. And
Oh, boy.
huh? What is it?
Boy.
It's the kid who shot Sasha. And then it's just
And Gabby's
like,
just like,
oh no.
oh God, this is so much worse.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And then I love that Jean again
Yep.
immediately goes to wait, whoa.
What are you
You're
doing?
You're not gonna kill her, are you?
In the same way that he saved them back on the airship, now
The
he's
same
like,
way.
ooh, what's going on? These are still kids.
God. Because I wanna bring up a slight difference here. A very slight difference here. Jean is thinking about this entirely from the moral standpoint.
Sure.
But if you think about the battle, one of the things that is slightly different in the political kind of PR side of things is that people would have found Gabby's body in the battle and been like, they tossed a kid from a high height.
I mean, they might not have necessarily realized that. They might have thought, oh, squished by a titan, or or I don't know.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
do you know what happens when a body? Yeah.
Splat.
Yes, splat. So they would have figured it out probably. But this is something where there's no one that's going to judge him in that way, in a political way or anything like that.
Okay.
This is all entirely something that they could just be like, no, we'll take her, and be fine. But no, I just love how much Jean is the leader in
Yep.
all these scenes and really taking charge and making sure that no one does anything wrong here. And then of course we have to make this almost as Tarantino-esque as possible, to where he's like, no,
I'm going to threaten this child with a kitchen knife.
yep.
This unconscious child.
And he was just about to give this knife to Mr. Browse, but then when the soldiers came in, he's like, no.
All of a sudden-
No. You guys might keep me from having my revenge if Browse isn't willing to do this.
Right.
So no.
And-
if you care for these kids, fine, I'll threaten one of them. This part scared the shit out of me because I could see him
Doing it?
could see him panic doing it. Yeah.
Yep. And Falco isn't even the one who killed Sasha.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And what I love in this situation, so when Gabby boarded the the blimp, right? And she shot Sasha. Falco ended up saving Jean's life. And Gabby's. But, because Gabby was gonna shoot Jean. It whizzed past his ear.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Now Jean saves Falco.
Oh, Falco didn't avoid Jean's bullet. Falco pushed Gabby over, making
Right.
Gabby avoid Jean's bullet back then.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he special to you? I had someone special too. Yeah.
Oh, this is such a tense atmosphere and stuff.
Yeah, and
And then,
this gets Gabby to start pleading.
yeah, no, not Falco. Please, yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Just the
Yep.
realization of this is how it happens, Gabby.
And that he
This is what Kaya was trying to explain to you.
Sure.
Is that this cycle, this they killed me, I killed them, who killed who, and then Armin's thing at the end of the episode. This is all the reason sometimes people need to go to violence if you're going to perpetuate this this culture of violence upon others for whatever your reasons are.
Because I'll bet that he knows. I mean, well, he knows that she's the one who shot Sasha.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what Falco's role in all of it was. Association for sure.
Yeah.
But right here, the thing that is making him consider killing Falco is just because she cares about him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's a way that I can hurt you?
Oh, then
I
I
mean,
don't need to kill you.
Killing you would be easy, but that's not what I had to deal with.
Yeah.
If I really want you to experience the same pain I did, that you caused me, well, this is the way, right? This is the way. I just slit his throat. Right here.
And then he even
front of
falls
you.
back in, and I love that this is used as well. He kind of goes, well, and he's an Eldian, spawn of the devil. This is the thing that I've been waiting for all this time here. That is just so hypocritical with the whole thing of the Marley and brainwashing and stuff. Is that they try and convince people that like you can be one of the good Eldians.
Yeah.
But Eldians in general are awful. But because you're gonna do stuff for Marley, you're one of the good ones. Wait.
It's so fucked
It's so fucked up. But like, wait, Gabby, that same logic could be used by other Eldians who see you as the bad Eldian. And this is literally what's happening right in front of her. This is the perfect thing for her to see so that she can deconstruct even more and realize, oh my God, my whole world is a lie. Like it is a very nasty, crafted lie.
Yeah.
And he's just ranting and raving like Niccolo is trying to convince them.
An Eldian, a spawn of the devil who loves my cooking more than anyone. And she saved me from this shitty-ass war.
Niccolo getting the opportunity to just monologue here just sets him in as one of those fantastic tertiary characters. She taught me that I like making people happy with food. He's about to cry here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, look at this. Again, this is another example of just some, I would say, really good just art, animation, and stuff, but
Yeah,
he's
convergence
sad
of the-
here.
Yep.
Look at this. Like, this is not a guy spewing hatred here. He's regurgitating this because it's a way to process and vent out his emotions. But he's in pain, y'all. Ugh. God,
Yeah.
so good.
And the idea that something as simple as cooking could be what saved him, like someone enjoying his cooking, because we can laugh about Sasha being a Mimi character and anime food montages, they're powerful and all that stuff, right? Bring people together. But if you're in a situation like this, where you're doing all kinds of crazy things, like what Niccolo probably had to do, sometimes it can be something as simple as a meal. The little things, right? The things that you thought you might have lost access to.
Yeah.
Whether you didn't deserve them or, they just weren't going to happen to you anymore. Who knows?
And then Gabby, instead of accepting what he is saying, then goes and does exactly...
Tries to do the reverse Uno card right back at him.
Well, she takes a note from Kaya and kind of just says,
Oh.
but you.
Yeah.
And so we have a repetition of what happened back then.
Sure,
with
I
Kaya.
love it. I love it. Yeah.
And now
they were
she's-
shot by your Sasha Browse, and he's like, "Do you think I care?"
Right. Yeah.
Just
yeah.
like what?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
I
now
didn't
she's-
see it happen.
She's looking at herself in a mirror, basically, right here.
Yep.
She killed people first. And I love it. Who gives a damn who killed first?
Yep.
Yeah, this is just such a perfect microcosm of the whole conflict in this story in a single little scene here. And then she
Now-
falls back on her brainwashing entirely.
Right. Trying to
Open your
appeal to
eyes.
his brainwashing.
You're a Marleyan soldier. That devil woman bewitched you. Don't lose to the devils. Like, this is the most, like, hot garbage shit.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That,
but it's
like-
the only thing she can think of.
right, but if she kept talking here,
He might have just killed Falco.
he might have killed Falco.
Mhm.
Like, this is... Like, I was so worried when I was like, Gabby, you need to shut up. You are endangering Falco here. The knife is literally, like, almost in his neck right now.
Oh.
Ugh.
Marcus FC50. I read a comment that said, "Funny how the viewers don't care about who did it first," as Nicolo says, "but when Aaron attacked to justify it, Marley did it first. And then Sasha's dad teaches us a lesson." Show talking to the viewer here.
Yeah. And that's when, the dad steps in, basically realizing how broken this child is.
Nicolo, hand me the knife.
Hand me the knife.
So good. It's so good.
Everyone reacts. Everyone's shocked by it. And I love this bit here because Gabby was showing like pure like anger and rage in the previous scene for like a brief second to show that she was thinking that like in her mind Nicolo had gone crazy basically.
Sure.
Like she's
Yeah.
like,
There was just some switch in his
Why?
mind that was flipped in a weird way, and all she had to do was turn it back, and then everything would be fine.
right? But no. Hand me the knife.
And she thinks that he's going to kill her.
Right.
Like
she
she
thinks,
is
no.
terrified.
She's like, oh no, that's it.
And again, I
This
love
is it for
that the wife is just like she gets what's going on.
Yep, she knows exactly what's going on. She's not worried.
Yep.
Look at her.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like she's definitely sad because of the situation, right? But
it's so crazy to think about that there's no actually like whole families in Attack on Titan. Really.
yeah.
Like every family is broken and missing members.
Yep.
You think about that?
Yeah, the
Like every single family.
other than Sasha's family, the only real family scene we got, I think.
It's Grisha and
yes,
Trisha in the
yes.
what was her name?
Other than Grisha and Carla,
Thank
like
you.
in the beginning and
the
things
very
like that.
beginning, yeah.
But after that, and not counting flashbacks
Counting
to that,
OVAs with Jean's mom or something.
right,
like that, you know?
exactly. This is basically all that we have. Because
Yep.
the other example is Reiner's family with the "What are you talking about? Shutting the windows. This conversation's over." You know,
Right. Yeah. I knew people would mention Jean, so now their chat is catching up with what I was saying since there's a delay and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I have Paz. I saw
Again,
it
the
head
power
over
of
there.
food.
Oh no, Gabby's family is totally there. But you telling me that what they have is a healthy dynamic?
That's not a broken family at all.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's present, so it
that's
must
nice
be
and-
really healthy.
That's nice and fully functioning.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. About that, let me tell you. Yep, no, not Gabby's family, guys.
No.
Nope. They have been in the brainwashing
No.
for decades.
Yeah.
For decades. There is almost no hope for them compared to Gabby.
Maybe.
Like, if you will.
I mean,
like they
what was it?
reinforced this with Gabby.
Right, but Reiner's mom and Annie's dad, you know, having their little conversation
Yeah,
at the festival or the play or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done blowing up that train, dear.
This is such a good bit here because you can feel like the abject pure terror.
Yeah.
And this is a classic shot where you have the character that's defenseless and the one giving the Predit like kind of walk behind them with the knife, and they're almost like kind of fondling it a little bit.
Yeah,
and you're
well-
just like, oh no.
Right. He's
Except
basically
if you know his character, there's no way he would do this.
right. There is no part of him that is actually considering, well, seriously considering doing this. Right. He's not going to do it, but he is letting everyone know that he could. Right. That basically that is, if he wanted to do that, he would.
Yeah.
But he's making the decision not to. Right. So it's not just something of like him not having the stomach for it or things like that. No.
Yeah.
That's not what he's about.
Mm-hmm. And the fact that everyone is just silent with this.
Don't do it, Mr. Browse.
And Hanji kind
Please
of
put
coming
down
at
the
me
knife.
like, no, don't do it.
Hold
Don't
on
do
now.
it. Like, please.
And he's like,
And Sasha was a hunter.
mm-hmm. Yep. Even as a wee girl, she shot varmints in the forest for us to eat.
What I think is really precious here is that we know Sasha as a person and as a member of the 104th and as Potato Girl and as friend to all of our, main characters and stuff. But one of the things that's rare in Attack on Titan is to have the parents in the story actually talk about their kids. I think the rare moment is actually Grisha talking about Eren.
Yeah,
Like-
probably.
The slightest little bit.
Yep.
But other than that, maybe Carla in that one Shadis flashback episode.
Right. And then maybe a little bit with Reiner's family, but
Yeah,
it
but-
doesn't really happen.
But most of the time, it's something that, yeah.
And much less, you don't see a parent talking about a kid that's died.
Yeah.
That's like it's that line from Lord of the Rings that Theoden gives, right? No parent should have to see live to see the death of their child.
Yeah.
Just no.
It's the kind of pain that those of us who have never had kids would never really be able to even remotely grasp the concept of that kind of pain.
Yep.
But I knew the day had come that we'd have to give up that style of life, bringing everything back to, season 2, episode 2. So I sent Sasha away from the forest. She went into the world, became a soldier,
Trembling
shot people
eyes.
far yonder, and got herself shot. Yeah, he's trembling here. He's still holding the knife. He's feeling the sharpness of it.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like he's reminding himself of the gravity of his actions here.
Yep.
So he's making sure to almost remind
That
himself,
this is something that could cut me as well.
yeah, don't use this here.
Yeah. Also, and great point, Abby G Music. Gabby sneaking on board that blimp might have been her salvation. Yep. Not a smooth road, though.
No.
Not a smooth road.
You never really know what would have happened, but yeah, it's a very beautiful twist of
Yes,
of
Petra's
fate.
dad. That's a good example of the one other time that we saw this. And that's one of those
okay.
moments that I feel like in Attack on Titan is so easy to forget because it's, Levi Squad. It's like,
Sure.
okay, they're introduced, but then they're killed off and everything, right?
Yeah.
But the real thing that made the Levi Squad deaths so impactful was seeing all the other people that cared about them, seeing their responses to it, right?
All right, so then this little scene here, because it shows that the dynamic of them.
Hands off the knife.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show this little clip here, just because.
And
There's
Gabby's
a
like,
great big forest where everyone's fighting for their life, and the way he hands the knife over to her,
very safely too, handle first and everything. And
gingerly hands it back.
Gabby's like catatonic this whole time.
Yeah.
Like it could be something where it's also like an animation like budget save thing of have Gabby be a still image so that there's less things to animate moving,
I don't think
But-
there's any emotion that they need to communicate.
Yeah, no,
in order
it's
to
it is
understand.
it is
She's not
absolutely
talking here.
fitting for her to just be frozen in that one place because everything that she knows is collapsing all around her.
Yeah.
Physically out around her, but then also in her own head, right? Everything that she's been led to believe.
Yeah. I also really like that she could be looking at Falco throughout all of this.
Sure. Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah. Yeah, just watching Falco because Niccolo still has his arm around his neck. He could kill him if he wanted to. Just like that.
Yeah.
Because of her.
I reckon Sasha died because she wandered in the forest too long. And we've got to keep the youngins out of the forest. Otherwise, ain't nothing going to stop it from happening again.
This is the kind of thing that gives you hope for the world of Attack on Titan. And in some ways, kind of for our world.
And yet the second
too,
half
right?
of the episode completely takes a fat dump on all of that. Yay!
Woo!
Yep. Yep.
I mean, who knows? We don't know what Aaron's going to say.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
You know?
And in some ways, that's there's a bit of hope with regards to that. Yeah. Now this is a topic right here. Like you could go all into this here.
Yeah, this one sentence
This
carries
one
a
sentence
lot of weight
carries
to
a
it.
ton of weight. One of the things that's rather interesting about this line is that it communicates a couple things, and not necessarily all of them, depending on your perspective. One of the things that's interesting about the idea of that's why it's up to us adults to shoulder the sins of the past. I think the emphasis here is on adults and sins of the past, basically.
Sure.
But the thing is that if we're keeping the children out of the forest, right? But in order for the children to live, in order for them to do life, they must enter the forest. We cannot keep them from the forest once they're free and able to be their own person.
They will be adults eventually, and they will have to venture in. And we can only
Right.
hope that we've equipped them enough and taught them so that way they can handle themselves in the forest.
Yeah. But that means that once Sasha left the village, basically left them and went into the forest, she became an adult that had to shoulder the sins of the past, right?
Right. She started to make adult decisions. Now,
Yeah.
she doesn't fully realize the gravity of all of those decisions, and the parts of her that are childish, were childish, are starting to get burned away and revealed to her.
But one of the things that can be interpreted here that's rather cool is think about what Sasha did in season 2, episode 2. She came back
To the place where she came from.
to the place where she came from. She's been equipped with the skills necessary in order to fight Titans.
Yep.
But she's not in the proper kind of getup in order to actually do
Right.
a Titan.
She had a
kill
bow and
here.
arrow and a wood axe.
She is not in the perfect place for this here.
Nope.
But rather than just take the kid and run and say, go, just go and we'll just outrun it, which they might not have been able to. We don't know. She basically says, no, you go. She yells at her in her old
I'll
kind of-
handle this.
old
Leave it
kind
up
of
to your
dialect.
big sis. Yeah.
Yeah, giving that kind of that bit that wakes her up from this so that she runs. And then Sasha takes responsibility for this. This is
Still
her
one of the
town. This is her place.
Most underrated moments in Attack on
I
Titan,
agree.
I feel like.
Yes.
Like it's
yes.
yeah.
One of the best moments. But she shoulders the sins of the past basically by fighting the Titan. I think what Browse is talking about here that's rather pointed here is that I didn't tell Sasha to kill people. Like I didn't
Sure.
I am not responsible for the choices that Sasha made out there.
And yet at the same time I did raise her.
And yet at the same time I did raise her. And right here we have a kid. I didn't raise her. I'm not responsible for her.
Sure.
In some ways,
I don't have to do what I'm doing here.
Exactly.
I
I don't
would
have to do this.
it
here.
would be my right in a twisted way to kill her right now.
Yeah.
Right? If I wanted to perpetuate that cycle of hatred, right? I could do that.
Yep.
She killed my daughter, right? I have every reason to kill her, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not going to.
Yeah. So him taking the higher road of I'm not going to do this is in some ways the broader context of it's up to us adults to shoulder the sins of the past.
It's such a
It's
good
not the
line.
sins of our past.
But the past, right? It's
The
yeah.
past.
It's not a question of whether or not it's our personal responsibility, but it's the fact that because we are the adults, because we are the stronger ones, because the kids can't necessarily handle it, we will handle it for them until they come to such a point
That
where
they'll
they can
join us in this fight.
they can join us in the fight. Right? Exactly.
Yep.
They can start to bear the burdens, and then our time will be done, and they'll do it for the next generation. Right?
Yep. And
Glory to mankind.
one of the things that's, I would say, a little bit scary about this line here is that I've seen this kind of stuff twisted to where it's basically we have to remember and hold tightly to the sins of the past.
So that we can carry that weight, kind of a thing.
So that we can not carry the weight, because that's the shoulder, that's the burden kind of thing. But so that we can give justice or some kind of due punishment to those that were the ones that committed the sins. However, because they're sins of the past, there's no one necessarily alive. Now, in this case, there's a fantasy story, so there are definitely people that are alive that are responsible for things. But this is basically the burden of anyone that becomes an adult in an environment is to take the environment you're in and build upon it to leave it better for those that come after you.
Yes.
That's what he's talking about here. But I have seen this logic used to perpetuate the cycle of violence, basically.
Gotcha. In
war, basically.
In narrative or in real life?
Real life.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things that I want to point out about this line and why I love it so much, specifically in the way that it's used here, is in Attack on Titan, it's a very aggressive show. Eren has the attack Titan, not the defend Titan or the protect Titan, right? It's the attack Titan.
True.
Let's make no mistake about that, right? He will keep going until all of his enemies are defeated, right?
Yeah.
But what Mr. Browse did here, in my mind, that's basically the most badass thing probably ever done in Attack on Titan. It's an example of what true badassery looks like in my mind.
Sure.
Because the fact that he basically takes it, he is hurting probably more than Niccolo right now. Not to compare, but like the death of a child, a daughter, a son, that's not something anyone should have to experience.
Yeah.
And he takes it on the chin. As best he can, of course. But he does.
Yeah.
Titan powers or not, that's something not a whole lot of people would be able to do. Right? It's completely separate to whatever he himself can contribute in a direct method to the overarching plot of the series and the greater fight at large. But this decision, that shows the kind of strength that you can know for a fact most of the people in this show simply do not have.
Yeah. It's a thing that's easier, I would say, for Browse, because this is a personal one-on-one kind of dynamic here. We're not talking about a culture. We're not talking about a nation. We're not talking about Marley versus Eldia.
Right. He is able to handle this on the best terms that he can.
Because in a lot of ways it's so personal.
Yes.
It in a lot of ways comes down to him and his wife.
Right. It comes down to their decision as opposed to a bunch of shit is happening that you have no control over and you're probably going to die. Regardless, how do you want to go out?
Yeah, exactly. So then they convince Niccolo to lower Falco. Of course, they don't know his name's Falco because they call him Ben. So they're like, okay, we got to take care of him here. They apprehend Niccolo.
Yep.
And then things start to spiral out of control.
And Gabby is just...
I just love the fact that Mikasa is the first one to be like, hey, you okay?
Yeah.
Like, just like, hey, I get it. Now,
maybe recognizing a bit of a kindred spirit.
Yep. One of the things that I always loved about the introduction of Gabby is that she's in a lot of ways a season 1 Eren.
Yes.
But one of my favorite parts about this, where Mikasa's kind of doting a bit on Gabby, is she can maybe... I don't think this is necessarily intentional.
I think I know what
you
you're
get what
say.
I'm getting at, yeah.
This is basically what she always wanted to be able to do for Eren, because the problem is that with Eren, he was constantly too full of sort of like the hot-headed rage that she wasn't able to do this. He was running ahead of her.
Yep.
But in this situation, here's someone who has clearly been hurting and has hurt other people as a result.
Yep.
But in this moment, Mikasa, what's needed is not your freakish strength.
Yeah.
It's just being there, having a kind heart. And yes, your freakish strength comes in handy when Kaya tries to stab her
in the next 10 seconds.
In the next 10 seconds, right? And you're able to just catch her in a vice grip.
Yeah.
But when it comes to just asking, you okay?
And then the fact that Gabby then has this, do you really not hate me?
Like, her whole world is collapsing.
Like,
She doesn't know what to believe anymore. She's like, I would hate me. I hate you, the people that caused me all this pain. Why don't I get the same treatment?
I just love it because you can see that Gabby is about to cry.
Yep. And she is not the kind of character to cry. Have we ever seen her cry? I don't think we have.
I think she came close with Reiner.
Yeah.
Reiner, save us.
Yeah. And when Sophia and Udo died, basically.
Yep.
But even then, it very much turned, like, with Sophia and Udo at least, it very much was turning back to rage.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then out of nowhere.
Because there are still consequences for your actions.
Yep. And this is the perfect way to do this.
Like, well, they don't.
I almost have to show this because she just
But guess what? Kaya, things are a lot more black and white for her.
Like, look at this. This is hatred.
Oh, yeah.
See,
yeah.
The gritted teeth.
Uh-huh.
The crazed wide eyes.
And I love that there's the tears streaming from her face the whole time.
The eyebrows straight across. They're not like pointed up. I can't even like intentionally do it. It's really hard to
We don't have the Irwin eyebrow game, unfortunately.
Yeah.
No human can have that power.
It's actually really hard to intentionally like show that kind of pain on your face without it being somewhat real.
Well, that's why a lot of actors will specifically do method acting, right? It's the make it so that you feel that kind of pain, and then hope you have an anchor to pull yourself back from it.
Yeah. But okay.
Yep. Mm-hmm. If that look doesn't speak volumes, I don't know what does. And Mikasa just, catches her, no problem. Yeah. Gabby doesn't even realize that it was happening.
No.
Until all of a sudden it's like, wait, what? And then she looks over, and the knife point is like right here.
Yep.
It's like, oh God, that was this close from skewering me. I was about to die.
You have not witnessed Emilia Clarke's eyebrows? No, I have. I watched all of Attack on Titan. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. And I watched many of the earlier seasons and a lot of the behind the scenes stuff like, multiple times. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and right, it's the wonderful response, because this is what helps reinforce the fact that Mr. Browse's response was really an incredible, almost superhuman response, right?
Yeah.
Because most people won't respond like that. Nicolo didn't respond like that, and even Kaya, with the level of crazy maturity that she displayed earlier, does not respond like that.
Yep.
Given the opportunity, in an instant, she grabs that knife and she goes for Gabby's eyes.
Game of Titans. Titans are coming. Holy shit. Whoa!
Yeah.
Millennials, they love
Japanimation. Yes.
So how about the One Punch Man and the Robot Punch Man? But
they're Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
And I love that when this happens, like Kaya is just hysterical, right? I thought you were a friend, you murderer.
Oh.
And her parents tackle her back and are hugging her. And then after this, Gabby asks Mikasa, why did you save me? Because I don't get it. I don't understand. I wouldn't have saved me. Why did you do it? Well, I didn't have a reason. Just wanted to.
Yeah. God. And of course, immediately afterward, she's
just
breaking
down,
sobbing, crying. But the parents are crying too.
Mm-hmm.
The empathy is all out there. They know exactly what she's going through. They just went through it.
Yep.
And
they
resolved to go the high road here.
Right. The fact that they made that decision wasn't because they weren't feeling the pain.
Isayama is actually a massive Game of Thrones fan. I knew it.
Oh, yeah. He totally is. Of
course he would be.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Of course he would. But okay. Then the family kind of comes together around the pain. They're all crying. This is important here, guys, because Gabby did take their daughter away from her.
And she gets to see this.
That hurts. The pain is unimaginable. They are experiencing this together. It is important that they feel this and actually go through it, express the emotion, share it together. This is the kind of stuff that's important to have in Attack on Titan, because sometimes when the conflict gets too much of a, well, we're just killing Titans, so who cares, right? But no.
Yeah.
No. This is real right here. The Rex stuff with the 100 bits. People are making fun of Kaya's face, but personally I adore how Attack on Titan does their faces with extreme emotions. Isayama makes use of every muscle in the character's face to show the emotions he wants to show. Despair, hatred, fear, agony, even joy. Isayama doesn't hold back on his expressions. They're almost all perfect for the emotion he wants to show. Also sad they cut the Game of Thrones Titans in episode 3 and 4. Sad. Wait. What?
I'm not sure if it's 3 and 4 or
In episode 3.
Episode 4 of season 3,
okay.
But
Huh.
yeah.
Okay. Huh. And then Niccolo being like, well, now the food's gone cold. And then we get the reveal.
Right. Hanji try to rinse out that kid's mouth. And he's already thinking like it's probably not going to do anything. But if there is a chance,
Yep.
and he even gives up his whole participation in this, right? If he hadn't said anything, he would have been fine. Now he might still be fine, but this does jeopardize his position because he is admitting to basically betraying them. Even though he wasn't specifically told that it had Zeke's spinal fluid, he can guess. Right? And he's complicit. He has been complicit, right? But, the chance that it'll save this kid who's associated with the person who killed the woman he loved,
Yeah.
he's still willing to take that shot.
Yeah. And Zeke's spinal fluid.
Yep.
Also, really hilarious little little between
Food information.
Hey,
very important.
lobsters, the regional food of Marley, which consists largely of fish, shrimp, and other various shellfish, served deep fried, steamed, marinated, and in stews with aromatic vegetables. The many styles of Marleyan cuisine are enjoyed by people worldwide. The famous red wine of Southern Marley is often used as a secret ingredient in their cuisine, but is paired with meals as well.
The food got cold is the
Yay.
new raining day. Nice.
Wait, raining day like
it's
FMAB?
yeah, it's like it's a terrible, day for
day
rain.
for rain?
Oh, the food got cold.
Yeah.
But sir, we could just reheat the food. No, it's not the
too-
same.
Yeah, you don't just reheat food, man.
No, not at a place like this.
Not a place like this. Jenny Monty with the 1,000 bits. Falco is too young to be drinking Zeke's wine. Yes.
Thank you for the bits. And yeah, right. That's what it was. He couldn't allow underage drinking in this show.
Yeah.
Zachary was killed.
So
What?
Levi, we now have a cut after this for Levi to kind of have a little bit of the exposition regarding how much he was told here. Yep. The Jaegers can effectively control everything in the walls. This moment here was something where I was like, whoa, wait, hold up. So Hanji and company needed to leave.
Yeah.
Like,
The fact that Flock and Aaron and everybody showed up, that's kind of really bad because
But,
the
I
episode
mean-
ends with them being held at gunpoint.
I mean, but this is the thing. If they effectively control everything in the walls, that's kind of like saying, well, then Pixis got everyone to agree.
Probably. Seems that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Gamer Boy Zeke bathwater. Yep, exactly. Yeah.
Paying a premium for it.
All right. So Jaegers may bring Aaron to see Zeke like they've been demanding. Yep. And there's some issues here because there's a very real possibility that the wine you guys brought here is, something that they've had, but they don't know about the wine. So we have this sweet moment here with Levi in something that reminded me of Vinland's Saga.
Yeah, I know,
weirdly
with the
enough.
dagger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But this time it's the trees. God,
Children of the Forest.
yeah, right, exactly. It's the other extrapolation meaning behind the title. And I love it because it's like when you have a show that's like Attack on Titan isn't that long in the grand scheme of things, right?
Yeah.
Like there are a lot of anime that have way more episodes.
Oh, sure. Definitely.
But when you've had a story that's been going this long, there was a history. There was a history to the characters. And of course, characters in any story, if the characters themselves are old, they will have a history, right? But the audience won't have seen it. So it doesn't quite have the same impact to bring it up, right?
Sure.
But this, yeah. It's been almost 8 years since the first season. We know these moments. A lot of them were all we had for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're here. And Levi's just thinking back. Why am I remembering this now?
Nandemo.
Yep.
All because I believed he was the hope of humanity. And look, this is where my beliefs got me.
So much for a life of no regrets.
Ha 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 ha
Yeah.
ha. Nice. Deep cut reference there for anyone that's watched the OVAs. Yeah.
And I love how he has this conversation right before Aaron just shows up to the rest of them.
Yeah, because you almost feel
That shot right there, show that
Yeah,
one.
I love this one.
All that struggle for a farce like this.
I feel like he's talking to Erwin here.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Because Erwin was the one that reminded them of, do you see them, Levi?
Yep. And this is like his own
This
moment.
is his
of that.
moment of seeing them.
Yep.
And realizing,
Uh-huh.
I put all
God.
of them on the altar for that boy.
Yep.
And now he might have betrayed us and doomed
Right.
us all.
Well.
I feel like Theoden and his dark, just kind of
So
reminiscing.
much death.
Or no, just like,
Oh.
dark have been my dreams of late, you know?
Ah.
Like,
Yeah.
like it just fits so well with season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Yep. Basically.
Where's the horse and the rider?
Where's the person that will scream death, ride for ruin in the world's ending?
Yeah. Yeah.
Levi's just a guy. That's
Yep.
one of the things that always blows me away about Levi. Is that as badass as he is, like he is ridiculously badass, and yet he follows the orders of the people above him. Because in the grand scheme of things, he does not command large amounts of people, right? He just goes where other people tell him to and does the things that they tell him to do. Because he believes that they have the better judgment, right? They'll be able to figure out where he can best help. But in this situation, he's basically just sitting here, babysitting Zeke, the one who killed countless of his friends, wondering, was it all worth it?
Yeah. Yeah. So then they are all panicking, wondering what's going on with
What's
this
the
final
situation?
Fleet stuff.
Yep.
But then Nicola's like, nope, we used this on another nation's capital, took it all over in one night,
Yep.
and we did it in this way. And so earlier you grabbed that wine because you were protecting us. Who knows? I don't know what I was doing. I came here to save the world from Island Devils, but Mr. Browse, I don't think I can be like you. But if this can serve as an atonement. And I really like that he drew this connection here. He's like, hey, I'm not you.
Right.
I'm
not that strong.
Legend. Yeah, I'm not that strong. But if this can be like my little bit of atonement here, then
A little way I
okay.
can help.
Then okay, I'll do
Here
it.
goes.
Yeah. And then, of course, we can't have this much.
Killing a child. What's wrong with me?
Yeah. Ugh. Ugh.
And look at Gabby and how dejected she is.
Yeah, she's like, why did you protect me? And Mikasa's like,
Because I don't have a reason.
yeah, I don't need a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Gabby has come to the end of her rope here.
Yeah.
And that's before Aaron shows up.
Yeah. In some ways, Aaron showing
Oh,
up.
yeah. Or go for it.
Oh, I'm saying in some ways, Aaron showing up might ruin a lot of her like hitting
Potentially.
rock bottom
Because
she's
now
like,
she sees an actual
"You."
like devil of parody, basically.
Right.
So one of the other things I want to bring up here. Gabby in this situation, she has seen Falco bearing the brunt of all her mistakes, the consequences, right? And I want to bring up a point, and I think I brought it up in the discussion, but I don't, or in the reaction. I don't think I ended up bringing it up in the discussion, but I want to bring it up in proper depth here.
Okay.
In the flashback episode with Reiner, where we see his story, there's the guy who tells them about the Titans showing up that one day, and he abandoned apparently a wife and 3 kids.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
And Bertolt wonders, why did he tell us that? Why? Was it because he wanted us to, to forgive him?
Mhm.
Or was it because he wanted us to judge him?
Yeah.
And I feel like that's where Gabby is here,
Yep.
right?
Gabby's saying Falco didn't do it. Kill me, not him.
Right.
Judge me.
She is literally asking for the judgment that Mikasa kept from her.
Yep.
Kaya was going to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
Mikasa stopped it. Why?
Yeah.
No reason. That doesn't sit right with me. Now that I've seen this, now that I've seen the pain that my actions have caused, I know by my own metrics, I deserve to die.
Yeah.
So why am I still alive? Why don't you judge me? Well, as it turns out, the person who is ready to do the judging is about to walk in.
Yeah. Maybe. I love the way Armin kind of has this whole thing of, well, no, we won't kill you.
She's like, but you want to, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh,
He's like,
man.
I don't want to kill you. And he just has this exasperated look
Just
on his face.
exhausted. Like, do you know what it's like to kill people? Like, yeah, kill this, kill that. It's all you
Like,
think
look
about.
at his face here. Like, Armin's tired.
Yep.
Armin's been one of my favorite characters this whole show, but just this moment where he's just like, isn't this exhausting, Gabby? Like, I'm tired just thinking about this as well, but
Yeah, I'm intrigued.
really?
To quote The Dark Knight, spare the boy, punish me from Gordon. I'm about to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she started to look like Reiner during this scene. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Gabby having an existential crisis at age 12. Yeah. Welcome, Don Aaron Corleone. Oh my God. Wow. I love that you can hear Aaron opening the door and walking in before he shows up. What?
Really?
Oh my God, I have to hear this as well. Okay. I'm listening now.
Yeah. Oh, man. Woo!
What? They did actually have it.
Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah, Aaron taking Speak of the Devil to a new level. Yeah. And he just walks in. He just walks in. Heard you were talking shit, Armin. I timed this out incredibly well.
Telling you, man. I know I'm obsessed with pads, y'all.
Mm-hmm. But like, if
that-
it was paths, it would totally fit.
I just say I extend my glass to you, Aaron.
I don't have any more wine, but I
Yeah,
will.
but somehow you
Oh boy. Yeah. And this is where we are now, everyone. This is where we are. Let's have a nice conversation between these four. Or really these three, because Gabby's
So-
got a lot to think about.
I have two things I want Aaron to communicate here.
Yes, what are they?
And I mentioned a couple of the iterations of one of these versions of things, in that I want him to basically have an offer extended to Mikasa and Armin, basically, of some kind.
Okay.
That's one
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
And there's different ways that can go. But the other one is kind of just for me. Just for me. For me. You know, man.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
I understand that it maybe makes more sense to when he eventually comes into contact with Zeke again. I mean, there's
okay.
a possibility that he doesn't at all, but let's be real, he's totally going to. But I want to know what he and Zeke talked about back in Marley.
Yeah, what that whole conversation, like, Yelena might have told Pictius what it was. Like, she seemed confident enough that I wouldn't put it past her. And then we cut away from that conversation, and then Pictius comes back saying we need to surrender. So,
Yep. Aaron just wanted to try Marley and cooking. Come on, guys. Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
You know,
Come
stay at the
on,
hostels and check things out. You know, just go backpacking across Marley.
Yep.
Nice, fun, enlightening experience.
Ohio, Armin. Oh my God.
Conveniently, there are 4 chairs. Yes. Although for a round table, I would say that's pretty standard.
If you saw 3 chairs at a table, it'd be like, what the
Yeah, 3 chairs at a round table, unless it's a very small round table, that just doesn't really happen.
Yeah. So then we get this shot here.
And I love that he's staring straight into the camera, like your souls, with those
Like,
dead eyes.
I
Just
am
like,
terrified right now.
sup. Yeah. Uh-huh. You play the bad guy next.
What's the meme from Filthy Frank where it's confused screaming, where he's got like a frying pan, and he's like in the corner just like that.
When the when the archdemon is talking shit and then the paladin unloads, 308 smite damage in a single round.
Like that's the thing where it's just like no.
High five, bro. Yeah.
Anyone got a med kit?
Sits
I
down.
kept my hand on paper.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Carl Fritz the Wise?
Oh my God, Amiju. How did I know that was you? I didn't even see the comment. I just knew that was you. And then I looked and lo and behold, it was Amiju, of course.
Why does he think he needs to threaten Armin and Mikasa like that? Like, why?
I don't think it's for Armin and Mikasa.
Yeah?
I don't think it is.
It's for literally just anyone else that might interrupt or something?
Okay.
You think it's for Gabby?
No. So I want to go deep cut here, guys.
Okay.
I mentioned the reaction in the discussion that I feel like Eren is so sure of himself here. And the fact that he just shows up at this perfect time and everything. Yes, plot convenience. That's fine. But we have a mechanic for plot convenience in this story called paths. And I know I'm obsessed with it. And I know I take it way too far. But the point is if there is nothing that rules against it, then you can't rule it out as a potential opportunity.
Right, because, and with paths specifically, it's when does the paths connection happen? It's irrelevant.
It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. If Eren's in a time loop and he's just trying to figure this whole thing out, then he could have been here 2,700 times. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. So the fact that he shows up with the hand cut
and shows it to them. Like it's not I could understand him having a hand cut just to be like, hey, it's a hand cut, it doesn't really matter. I'd like to have my Titan abilities at the beck and call instantaneously if I need them.
Yeah, I think it's to initially put them on the alert.
Yeah, of like, this is serious.
It's
like,
say this is serious.
Is really friggin' serious.
Yeah, and in iteration 181 and 1012, Mikasa cut my head off. So I don't want this to happen here. So
what
we're
would it
gonna
take
have
for
this.
Mikasa to cut his head off?
Well, if he said like, I'm going to activate the rumbling, and
I banked Historia. I'm sorry.
Of all the things I expected you to say, that was like number 12.
And you know that wouldn't happen. NTR Mikasa would just start sobbing and crying. Right?
But seriously here, I think it's actually deep cut here. I think it's
pun
him
intended
prepping.
all the way.
Yes, I think it's prepping because he's probably aware that the warriors are about to come.
Oh, yeah.
It has nothing to do with them.
Okay.
It's him saying, there's a fight that's about to go down.
Sure.
Are you on my side or are you not on my side? That's the only thing I really need.
The same kind of talk he gave to Hanji, basically?
Yeah, exactly. So what I think he's basically doing here is, other than making an offer, is he's basically just going to tell them the way it is. This is what I'm going to do. Would you like to be against me? I would hate it if you chose that.
Right.
If
I'm talking
not-
to you. Because that's the thing.
If not, then I need you to do X, Y, and Z.
Because he's talking to them. If he had something that was like big planning stuff, he would talk to Hanji, right? Because she's the one that does most of the planning. She's the one actually in charge of the Survey Corps right now, even though the Survey Corps is basically disbanded almost, right? But he's talking to them. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Like, and with a threat like this.
It is a threat.
It is totally
It
a
is
threat.
totally a threat.
It is totally a threat. He's
doesn't-
literally, like, not literally, but he is doing the equivalent of walking up with a
Bomb,
detonator
with a bomb in his hand and being
and
like,
and not even a thumb
it's
over the
Boosh
button.
from Return of the Jedi. It's basically just like,
Well, yeah,
I
but
will
like,
blow it up.
but like even worse, it's he pulled the pin out of the grenade, and now his clenched hand is the only thing holding it
Yeah.
closed so that it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
That's true. The scouts riding past Peak doesn't necessarily mean they're outside the restaurant. Could be further away. Absolutely. Yep.
sure.
In the general vicinity, more or less, but who knows exactly?
Then why would they show Peak there at all?
Because she's popular with the fans,
Guys,
Peak
I'm
making
not
an appearance in Attack on
stupid.
Titan episodes, Caleb, boosts the ratings of it by like at least
guys,
like 10%.
I don't want to be like this, but like I'm not stupid. The fact that they showed Peak in the previous episode is saying that in the next episode or two, she's going to have some kind of appearance or influence on the plot. And this is Aaron showing up here with, by the way, y'all better not do anything while I talk to you, because I could transform at any time.
Nice one, Amju. Aaron here reminds me of the Joker from The Dark Knight, where he meets with the mobsters with grenades in his jacket. Right, and the thing is that he's not meeting with mobsters that he doesn't know. He's meeting with his two childhood friends who
Yeah.
care about him more than anything, or at least did at one point.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, so Flock, this was a bit of a part that I didn't really understand, was that the soldiers said to Levi, the Jaegerists have control of practically everything in the walls.
Yep.
But then Flock says that Pixis would never leave the fate of the island in our hands.
Right, he's
So-
like, Pictius is sus.
I think he's more assuming there, because this isn't based on any actual data.
Yeah, now that Zachary's dead, if someone were to rally the military against the Jaegerists, it would make sense for it to be Pictius.
Yeah. So Flock is here. He's got everyone held at gunpoint. He's even got like a Ruger here, I believe that is. It's like a German-made pistol, I believe, semi-automatic.
Yeah, it's a bit different than a Ruger, I believe, but it's similar.
This clip is the same. The shape is very similar, but yeah, yeah. This is the part where I'm like, yeah, Jean, exactly.
How did they know?
They know.
Oh,
Now,
Grease. Yeah,
Greece.
Grease or whatever
Grease?
the assistant's name.
Yeah, but I'm with you. But how did he tell them? There's no phones in this world. There's no phones in this world, dude. The plot would be broken if there are phones in
Okay,
this world.
there's probably telegrams.
I'm just saying.
Like we know there's
I'm just
radio.
saying. This is
that-
oh,
Like, because we know there's the
radio is usually not that long range though.
could be.
For direct contact?
Yeah. Like, now they were on the move, so that does make it a bit more questionable.
Little bit sus on that.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little bit. Flares! Whoever said that, I love you. Ghidorahzilla. I love you. That was amazing. Yes, they sent a flare. Oh, that's the bear
red
here.
flare, black flare. That means
Wait, it was red, green, black, red, black. What does that mean? Okay, consult the codex. Consult the codex
oh
of
my
flares.
god! To think that at one point that was how we communicated battle strategies with different colored flares that we shot into the sky. Also, OP.
Yes,
But-
I know there were phones in World War I, but Isayama has not shown phones yet, so there are no phones in this world.
Yeah, I guess there. Has
Guys,
there been phones?
guys, don't. If unless you're gonna tell me that
Beacons
there were
around here are
literally
lit.
phone calls in the manga.
Well, no, but they did have they had wiretapping with the freaking like whatever those things are called.
Yeah, that was something that was made long before phones, dude.
No, right.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if they have something like
Yeah,
that,
it's a phonograph, is what that's called.
right? Phonograph. No, yeah. But if they're able to send the signal through the phonograph and through a wire,
Yes.
because traditionally phonographs.
A wire.
No. Hold on. No. We can actually go through this. Phonographs were used in the invention of the telephone, but before then, the idea of actually sending
Oh,
voices...
there's a radio on the boats.
Yeah, there were radios
You're
on the
right.
boats, but also the idea of sending a signal through a wire, traditionally it was just the dashes and dots for telegrams, right? And that's how they communicated, right? Early text messaging, right? But given the fact that they were actually able to listen in on Zeke's conversation with the other warrior candidates, or the warriors...
Jacob, the chat is giving us all the info we need.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they would have been able to send voice signals through lines.
Yeah. It's not through lines, though. It's literally a radio thing.
Oh.
But anyway.
But yeah.
Anyway, it's just one of those things where I...
And the manga phones are shown in Marley. Parody does not have electricity yet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so no phones yet. Because no electricity. Makes sense.
Plastic cups.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things of where, guys, if you can just go with me on this, that's why I assume paths for some of these things. Because it's a much easier explanation than
a Discord, or something.
Yeah, than some kind of off-screen technology thing that is totally realistic for a World War I era, sure. But they've never shown it on screen, so it doesn't exist. It's just one of those things where, yeah. Yeah. I was right not to tell you how to reach them. So, yeah, this guy was the one that was sus. He was the imposter.
They used Peak's ass for Morse code. The clapping of the ass cheeks. Dash, dot, dash, dash, dash.
I also love, so many people on our Discord have loved Flock's facial expressions during this episode here.
He really is hamming it up.
I really like this line, though. He's like, oh, that happened? So what? It'll just make the idiot MPs into bigger idiots.
And it's like, yeah, you can kind of agree with that. Like,
I agree.
Yeah, the MPs...
I like Niles.
But pretty much everyone else has always been awful. Like,
yeah.
That's been the story of Attack on Titan.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay. And also revealing that he knew about this because it was, relating to the MPs. So they did know about this. And then he has his face here that is use your inside voices, please.
I don't know if you've noticed this yet, but it's an emote on the Discord now.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh, no,
yeah.
no, I know. You literally asked me, like, hey, let's add this as an emote.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. But let's use our inside voices, please. Shh. Like, look at this little sociopath. Like, look at him.
He is enjoying this way too much. Like, considering that when we were introduced to him, it was him being like, oh my fucking god, the entire Survey Corps has been decimated. I'm going to carry Erwin's body, like his dying body, lashed to my back, crawl back to the rest of them, be like, please give him the serum.
It's the icon for the Attack on Titan manga subreddit. Holy shit.
Wow.
That is amazing. That is so funny.
That's incredible. That is incredible. I totally believe it.
Flock is the same voice actor as Giorno, by the way. What? I
right,
had no idea. Oh my god.
There's an edit of Flock in that pose and then Giorno in the same kind of pose. And Gabby's still just like...
Also, I love this shot here because Aaron has this whole thing of, I'm speaking to the three of them.
Yep.
So they're listening to me.
Gabby, terrified.
Armin, terrified and just, Mikasa? And Mikasa, we don't get to see her face.
We don't get to see her face, but we get to see her head. Compared to the rest of them, her head is hung low.
Mm-hmm.
She's not happy right now.
Why is everyone going King Flock? King Flock. Oh my god.
There are so many edits of him just with a crown. Like Burger King style
Honey,
crown. Like
you
ridiculous.
See me in a crown.
Yep. And the blood just staining the tablecloth.
Yeah, and then they end the episode here.
Like they end the episode here.
This is such a debate.
Why?
Why? There's a glorious like they could have had Aaron say one word or like a phrase even. But no. They're like, you gotta wait simple. Next week for that shit.
And to think, only 3 episodes left.
3 episodes.
In this part of the season.
Gus, we gotta talk. Wash the damn scarf.
But Caleb, can you imagine?
Show Aaron's face? I don't think there's really much to show of his face, really. It's more Gabby's face that gets focused on here.
Yeah,
So he goes,
he's very just cool as a cucumber, collected.
Yeah, he's more just like, oh,
The fact that he
Fox here?
isn't emotionally
Yeah.
like seemingly involved in what's going on
Mm-hmm.
is disconcerting.
I guess traumatized Gabby is a thing.
Is a bit of a stronger emotion than
Like she's
Than
got
Placid Aaron.
this face.
hmm
Yeah. But then we get all their hands on the table
yeah,
and yeah.
and the blood.
Oh no, I guess we do get to see
Okay,
his
yeah,
face
yeah,
for
yeah.
a little bit.
That's right.
Oh no. Okay,
That's
so we do get
right.
this. Okay, sorry.
I
Here we
wanted
go.
to talk with you guys.
Okay. So I love the new Aaron look, by the way. Mm-hmm. Hair tucked back and everything.
Yep, the man bun of Chadness.
He's how old is he? 20, 21?
I believe he's 19. Yeah, 19. Yeah, because he was 10 at the start of the show. Then 5 years later, training's done. He's 15, and then 4 years from there, he might be 20. He's pushing 20.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He killing the man bun.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so 19. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. Old enough to be a boss. Okay, so I've watched a couple anime where the main character starts to really get a bit scary towards the end. And one of my
I'm allergic to all of this predicting.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say bullshit.
No, as a manga reader, I can neither confirm nor deny any of your theories.
Dude, shout out to Jacob in the chat, y'all. Just give some love to Jacob for how little he has given. Like he has given like nothing to me over the course of our Attack on Titan
I mean,
journey.
there's been correct stuff that I've thrown in there, like the Warhammer could be the maid. Who knows? You know, it's all part of the.
Yeah.
It's all part of the misdirections.
Yeah. Bless you. Times 3. Yeah. Yeah, bless. Jacob bless. Absolutely. We need like a Jacob bless emote where he has like a halo over his head and
Like
he's
like the
doing
like
this.
the
Yeah.
Tanaka like
Yes, exactly.
Buddha praying like yeah.
Y'all like
Jacob is the flock
y'all,
meme.
Y'all like King Flock and stuff, but King Jacob, like hell yeah.
Oh,
Jay
no.
Monty with 1,000 bits. Don't jinx it, Caleb.
Thank you.
I mean,
Someone actually did call me out on this though, Caleb, in the comments.
okay.
Because I told you in the discussion, I actually spoiled something really big for you. I said that there was one or more people that died in the rest of the show.
Damn it, man.
I can't.
We had such a great track record.
I know. I feel so bad about it, but
I will never financially recover from this.
yep. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
You have to say it with like very like somber. My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined. Have you seen the video that's from?
Yeah, I believe so.
Like the full video.
I don't know about the full video. I think I've seen the 30-second clip or whatever surrounding it.
Yeah,
But-
the guy's amazing.
Yeah.
SMH spoiling the red shirts. Ugh. Oh my god.
People die in Attack on Titan. Oh my god. Whole show is ruined.
Jacob, you also just spoiled 300 viewers.
Oh no.
How
Why
could
did I
you?
do that? But yeah, by the way, guys, it's almost April. In a month and a week, it's going to be April 15th.
Which
Which
is when the
means-
next chapter comes
Which
out.
is when the final chapter
Oh, the
comes
final
out.
chapter.
The final chapter. And once that is out, we are going to do a catch-up stream.
Oh.
And Caleb, you're going to take the mustard and get out of here.
Wait.
Ketchup.
Mustard.
Stream.
Ah, right. Perfectly balanced.
Yes.
As all
Exactly.
things should be.
Exactly.
April 9th, according
Wait,
to
April
chat.
9th? Oh, okay. That's even better. That's even better. So almost exactly a month from now. Good
Guys,
timing.
by the way, Jacob's birthday is on April 1st.
It is.
So it's kind of big deal.
I'm going to be turning 26.
He gets Attack on Titan basically a week after his birthday.
It's basically going to be the best birthday present ever of Attack on Titan ending.
and then you will cry. And it will be
You
sad.
think I haven't already cried? Like, this is... I know I've said it so many times, but Attack on Titan is basically synonymous with my anime journey. Because I started with Naruto, Bleach, and like Death Note. And then maybe Black Lagoon, and that was basically it. Man, no, I don't think even Black Lagoon by that time.
Those, it's very obvious, along with Attack on Titan, which one has aged the best.
Yes. And then
all
of a sudden Attack on Titan, and it's like, holy shit, this is amazing. And the rest is history, right? Have to find more things that are this anime deal like this.
Yeah.
And now
after
after almost 8 years, it's gonna be over. This is the end of an era. Like not just for me, but like for the anime community as a whole. There are so many shows that I like. Back when we first started the channel, there were a bunch of there was a time where I was basically like, okay, anime has been my hobby for the longest time. Now it's starting to turn into a job. I still want to watch anime on my own time. So I started trying to look for a bunch of like really shitty anime that like we would never react to watch those on my own time. Turned out to be kind of a catch-22 because then it's like, okay, if it's not something I would enjoy enough to react to, why am I
would you
watching
watch it at all?
Right.
Yeah.
Didn't really work
And
very
plus,
well.
Domestic Girlfriend was born.
No, Domestic Girlfriend is a special exception.
Sure
It's a very
it is.
special exception. But
Sure it is.
there are actually a few exceptions like that. But the point is, that was further along. But there were so many anime that I checked out like at least a few episodes of where I was like, oh my god, this is because it's in the post Attack on Titan Season 1 world. Where it's the, so we've got a wall with a bunch of monsters that try and defeat humanity, and humanity's behind the wall, right? Then they've got to fight the monsters and everything. And I'm not just talking about Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress or whatever, because that's the obvious one.
Ha!
But there are a bunch of others too, like
Back muscles.
like Back Muscles Chan, right? But the freaking like Black Bullet and things like that. I watched episodes of Black Bullet.
I mean,
But,
who
like-
hasn't watched a fight of Black Bullet, though?
Wait, what?
Oh, I'm thinking of something else.
You are thinking of something very different.
I'm thinking of something completely
You're
different.
thinking probably of like, I don't know, maybe Black Butler or something like
Black
that. Or
Butler doesn't have serious fights, does it?
pretty sure it does. But the point is, no, you are not thinking of Black Bullet.
I'm thinking of the thing that Ruby took inspiration from.
Black Rock Shooter.
Thank you, Black Rock Shooter.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, Black Rock Shooter. No, Black Bullet. I was actually recommended to me by my personal trainer way back when. Yes.
I remember this guy.
Yeah. He was a huge anime fan, and I was like, "All right, sure. Let's check out what anime you're into." Yeah. Yeah. No, not Bible Black. Not Bible Black. No.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. I still like the part in Black Bullet where they do the fist bump after they had the fight. But yeah,
But guys,
Attack on Titan.
Attack on
it's
Titan,
ending.
season 4, episode 13.
We're gonna have to deal with the weight of wherever this section of the show ends,
Yep.
right? Because it very much seems like it's not gonna be as clean of an ending as like we got for like part 1 of season 3. Right?
It could.
I mean, maybe it could.
So I'll just
But we
tell
only
you.
have 3 episodes. If they fight the warriors and
Yeah,
things
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
Flock
yeah,
and
yeah.
Aaron and all that
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah,
there's
yeah,
only
yeah.
3 episodes left in this
Bruh.
part.
Let me accidentally big brain here.
Okay, the wine's gotten too hot.
First 7 minutes,
Okay,
they talk,
sure.
and they intersperse a bit of this with Flock and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke basically does something to activate all the Eldians as Titans with Levi's group.
Oh God.
And then because Levi is
A bit of a badass, as the
not
Red
only-
versus Blue line
not
goes.
only that, he's special. Like he was disconnected from the memory powers.
Yes, he's an Ackerman, which means they seem to be sheltered in some way from the Founding Titans' power.
Which means he probably can't turn into a Titan.
Possibly. And then he is also serious enough that I doubt he would have drank on the job anyways. Like, he would have been watching Zeke like a hawk.
Probably. But what that means is that we'll get an epic fight where Levi will probably be trying to kill Zeke, and then Zeke will be like, "Ah,
Shit!
yeah, he'll keep throwing Titans in the way of Levi. And it'll be, and now I chase you, and now I chase you. And
Beyblade!
the Beyblade will be activated, and that'll be like the majority of an episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then probably at the end of that, they'll cut back to the conversation with Aaron Aaron, Mikasa, Gabby, and Armin, and then
You-
the Warriors will attack.
Bold of you to assume Gabby will be speaking in this conversation.
She'll be listening. That's the point.
Yeah.
Did Falco
Hopefully.
speak much in the conversation between Reiner and Aaron? No, not really. He
Yeah.
said like 5 words total.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and that conversation lasted an entire episode.
And
Because it was mostly
glorious.
them listening to Willie.
And it was glorious.
So, if that's the case, then
Mm-hmm.
the Warriors attack. Warriors bring everything to shit here. I want to see Peak unhinged. I want to see Peak like...
With like a new Panzer unit and everything, and just like,
Well,
or maybe
no,
not, maybe
I
not
mean-
even with the Panzer unit. She didn't
I
seem
mean,
to
like,
have any people with her.
utilizing her mobility in, like, a duo squad kind of maneuver with
Almost
the Jaw
like the
Titan.
crawling Titan
With
in
Galliard.
season 1.
Well,
Or-
no, like, her and Galliard, like, duos, like...
Okay,
moving
all right,
together.
I like it.
And then Reiner being like, come on, Aaron! Like, just like, let's do
What,
this.
like some kind of like Troy, Achilles, like, Hector!
Well, I mean, of the three
mean-
of them,
Well,
like...
3 on 3, they're evenly matched. You know, like,
No, I'm with you. I'm with you. But they have to shut out all the other non-Titans from being a threat here. And remember, Armin's there too, guys.
Yeah.
Armin can...
Armin, how do you feel about transforming into the Colossal Titan when
Here.
like Jean and Connie and everybody are nearby? I mean, Mikasa, she could take it. She could tank that damage probably. But the rest of them?
We cut back and Aaron is like, Gabby, draw 4. So then we have basically a full episode of just chaotic fight.
Yep.
The kids are trying to be protected. Everyone's trying to figure out what to do here. Aaron is like, Ahsoka, you know, I expected this. Yeah.
Do this myself.
Right, exactly. And then, while this is happening, just general chaos leads to a lot of characters either getting hurt or split up,
Or killed.
separated. Yeah, killed. And it continually spirals out of control.
Do you think that Falco will turn into a Titan?
Yeah, of course. That's how he had the little whoosh. Yeah. I was zipping around the trees and then whoa. So I think
Gotcha,
he's not
gotcha.
necessarily just going to turn into a pure Titan. I think he's going to eat a Titan shifter.
Okay.
I think there's a possibility that Reiner like might even just be like, hey, like I'm done. Like Reiner goes into this fight, gives his all against Aaron.
Yeah, I
Aaron
mean-
kix his ass.
Yeah, like that time
And
when
if
he's
anything, Galliard might be the one that like does a little bit more damage, but gets actually killed.
like in a weird way,
think
Reiner was
Galliard's due to
lucky. Well, Galliard got lucky when Reiner saved him for one.
Totally.
But Reiner was lucky too because Aaron probably would have trashed Reiner if they had fought back then.
Maybe.
Like
Because
Reiner
Reiner wasn't in a good place.
Reiner wasn't in a good place. It was very much this is my last war. This is my final battle.
Yeah.
I'm okay with dying here kind of a thing.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to die. If my death will actually serve some purpose to protecting the people I care about, then
Right.
then so be it, right?
Yeah. Okay. So that all being said,
Oh, and just something I want to just make sure it's said for the sake of reminding you is that because Falco is an Eldian, he does not actually need to be a Titan in order to get Path's messages. Theoretically. Like if it was some kind of like big like founding Titan effect thing, in the same way that like the memories were altered for like all the Eldians, on parody at least, theoretically that could still happen.
okay.
Just for the sake of,
Sure. HD Warrior with the 100 bits. What do you think the big cliffhanger moment for episode 16 will be?
Oh my god.
Well,
I
I think there's
Whoa.
only
Yeah.
one thing that really makes the most sense.
What do you think?
I think it's Zeke and Aaron actually like activating the founding Titans' power.
But they're so far away.
Are
Like,
they?
I mean, well,
We don't know where Zeke is in relation
Okay,
to this place.
that's true. We don't know. Yeah, that we
in
don't
some
know
ways
how
they've
far away that
literally been
forest
saying
is.
that they were close to the forest. Whoa,
whoops.
dude, calm down. They literally could be like 10 miles from each other for all we know. But I think the end of episode 16 will be that Aaron wins the fight. He walks away. Armin won't transform to stop him because he's like, what are you going to do? You're gonna kill all these people here to try and stop me, and then he'll just
You're
walk
not willing
away.
to pay the price, but maybe I am, kind of a thing.
Or just it'll just be a unspoken bit of understanding between the two of them, and Aaron will just walk away.
Armin
go
is like
straight-
ready to bite his hand,
yeah,
but can't.
straight to Zeke, and Zeke will basically be like, "All right, it's time." And Levi will be either like wounded or hurt
Or quickly like coming up on them.
or literally about to kill Zeke. Yeah.
Quick, Aaron
Yeah.
is coming.
Yeah, I would say that what they could do is to have there be a final moment there is that Aaron and Levi fight for a brief bit.
Wouldn't that just be the showdown of like
And
the
it's
show?
Aaron protecting Zeke
Oh my god.
from Levi.
He uses the Warhammer to just put Zeke in a ball, in a little hamster ball, and he's like, "Stay there."
Sure. But they utilize the power, and then it's just the cliffhanger of what does that mean? What happens now? And I want an end credits scene like they did in part 1 of season 3, but this is what I want in the end credits scene. I want something correlating to, at the very least, what it means, like how can you like visually communicate the power being activated?
Gotcha.
Like, what does that actually look
Right, because
like?
in at the end of season 2, it's just Aaron punches the hand of the smiling Titan, and then there's lightning that flashes or whatever, and then all of a sudden the Titans jump at it and eat it.
Yeah. What I assume in some ways is with the whole ED thing, with the Yggdrasil thing with the tree and everything, is that it's something with regards to the tree being basically the representation of the coordinate.
All
and
the paths converging.
converging into one
And
gigantic.
that's sort of a reversal of
points
the
and
branches
roots.
kind of a thing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's basically like a gateway of truth along the lines of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
And before we get a super dragon Titan at the roots of the tree, that's like forget Evangelion. If the show wanted to go full Gurren Lagann,
Please don't do that. Attack on Titan. Like, that would be cool. But please don't do that. But what I want is basically them to have that moment of where they're like, "Are you ready to do this?" And then Zeke's
man.
like,
oh man.
yeah, let's do
Well,
this.
ready or not, that guy's coming.
And then the best twist I would say
Uh-huh.
that would be with this is that Aaron basically double blinds Zeke in some way.
Sort of the you're giving me the key, but I decide how to use the power kind of a thing.
Exactly. It's my will that will be enacted here.
It's my power.
Right, like at the source of all things, at the convergence point of all power, truth, and reality, Aaron just basically goes, "Nah, bitch," and like,
Wouldn't that be great?
yeah.
Wouldn't that be great?
But all that being said, 3 episodes left. They can do a lot in 3 episodes.
They can.
They can do
They
a lot.
can. Fun fact, actually, because Caleb mentioned my birthday coming up and everything. Not only is the final chapter of Attack on Titan, the manga, going to be coming out like right after my birthday, pretty much, but on the very day that the final episode of this part of the final season comes out, I'm actually going to be doing a birthday party with some of our immediate family. So it's literally going to be like record the episode and then being like, "Hey everyone," and then being like, "Okay, sorry, hold on a sec, let me post that." Click. But yeah,
Wait, Whale Titan reveals itself.
that's what the season 2 ED
Guys,
was pointing towards.
Can I actually talk about some things in the season 2 OP and ED? Jacob and I were having a goofy talk about Attack on Titan, and I was joking. But I was saying that actually, if you think about it, the season 2 OP's ending is the rumbling foreshadowed.
You were really reaching with that
Yeah, and
one.
I'm joking, of course, but it was just this thing where Jacob just kind of looked at me and like,
Yes. The one Titan that we saw when the hole opened was a colossal looking Titan, but the other ones are actually whales. And they just start flying around.
No, remember I said it was like bad
One's a T-Rex
foreshadowing. Like,
Yes, the dinosaur Titan.
oh! But then the ED though of season 2 very much felt like the kind of this seems very, very odd to show just in general. And it's something that would be cool too.
Ah, yes, they're all
Understand a bit
spiders.
more at some point.
Spider Titans.
I actually would just stop reacting to Attack on Titan if they were suddenly all Spider Titans.
So, Caleb.
Yeah, don't even. I
Um,
know your poker face, Jacob. I know your tell.
We can deal with that later.
Spider Titan, Caleb's kryptonite, actually would quit Attack on Titan. That'd be the biggest fuck you to just me personally in general. Yeah.
See, now messages are getting deleted because, Caleb, there are Spider Titans in the show later.
But they're all from Mr. Jelly Potato. So Mr. Jelly Potato is spamming.
They're trying to tell you about the Spider Titans so you can be warned. Yeah. All right, but probably best to just not look at chat if there are that many messages getting deleted. But yeah. Here we are. We are coming up on the end of the first part of the final season of Attack on Titan. Even just saying that out loud doesn't seem real.
Isayama would do it too.
Oh, he totally would. He totally would. I mean,
No.
hey, maybe that's something that happened in like one of the other like paths timelines or whatever, right? At some point, somehow, some way, I don't know, you know, like Aaron Kruger's like, you have to find a family, you know, within the walls, otherwise there's gonna be Spider Titans, and it's freaky shit, man.
Yeah, in iteration 198, Spooter Titans just go crazy. It's like, why are you saying Spooter? It's just me trying to cope, man. Don't try and understand it. Just
No, see, Aaron has the Warhammer Titans powers, so he realizes that actually the best thing that he could do would be to have multiple limbs. So he just goes 8-legged.
But why? Because it's dramatic, that's why.
Exactly.
But why?
Yep. Oh boy. Well,
You
Thanks
just
for-
saved me, Cosset Hartman, from the giant spooters.
yeah. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. This has been
Spooters can climb over the walls.
Grisha Kruger. Who the fuck is Dad?
Daz! Oh my god.
But yeah,
Ugh.
Attack on Titan's here. It's ending. It is actually ending.
No,
the wait.
no, this is part one, Jacob.
No, I know.
Don't even go there.
No, but Caleb, just think about it. Once these 3 episodes are done, even if there's still a part 2 of the final season, the finalist season, if you will,
Yes.
we are going to have a point.
My lastest war.
My lastest war, right? Where we have to
Oh, there's
there's
bits.
where we have to wait for more Attack on Titan to come out.
Yeah.
And that's gonna
Sorry,
kill us.
forgot to read the bits, guys.
Yes,
Zaldrix
sorry
with the
about that.
1,000 bits. Thank you so much. Sorry I couldn't make it to the last
1,000.
couple streams. I made sure to be here to watch for chapter 138 spoilers. I should be around more again for future streams.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you very
Zaldrix.
much.
He's a huge help,
Yeah.
and thank you for the bits.
And
Very
the
much
Rex stuff at
appreciated.
the 100 bits. So armored Gabby time. Sure.
Yeah.
Let me. Do
Good
a
way to
little-
finish off the
Let me
stream.
do a little look-a-daisy at this here. Let's see here. You tagged us last week.
A lot of things have, oh, Devil's a Part-Timer Season 2.
Yeah, exactly.
It's finally happening.
I don't see your message here. I don't see it here. Did you send it in like a Twitter DM or something? Nope. I don't see it here. Sorry, the Rex stuff. I'm looking and is not here. I am sorry. Yeah. I ended up
Megamind
scrolling down all the
Pictures.
points, till we got Megamind Pixis, but yeah, it is not here. Yeah. But thank you for sending
Yes.
us the armored Gabby.
Try resending it to us or something like that.
The Rex stuff. Are you a subscriber? No, you're
Are you on the
not.
Discord?
I was gonna ask if he was on the Discord, but he's
Yeah.
not a subscriber. So
You could also try, I think you could try maybe DMing it through Twitch to one of the mods, and then they could post a link to the image in chat. not.
Yeah, sorry, Rex Stuff. Just for my own safety, I don't go to Attack on Titan I don't search Attack on Titan
Oh yeah,
anything
no.
online. I am not naive enough to think that I could avoid getting spoiled if I did that.
And algorithms are finicky, dangerous things.
They are
suddenly
conniving little schemers.
The digital sphere is like, oh, you want Attack on Titan? Well, let's give it to you then. It's like, no.
Yeah.
And anytime anything comes up that's like related to shows that we're watching on the channel, on like YouTube recommended, it's like, not interested.
Yeah.
Not
What
interested.
you could do is send it in a message to Zaldrix, the mod that's here.
And then he can pass it along to us.
Yeah, and then they can pass it along to us. Just
Yeah.
DM the link, basically. Yeah, exactly.
But oh boy.
Yeah, don't, especially not after this chapter. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it's a penultimate chapter. Like I can only imagine.
Yeah. Any Twitter for Attack on Titan is hell because spoilers. That makes perfect sense.
There was actually, it was kind of funny. There was it hasn't really been an issue up till now, and it isn't even really an issue that much. But for the episode that we just recorded, there was a comment that was like, "Ooh, chapter 138," and then a timestamp. I'm like, well, I'm not clicking on that timestamp, you know, because as we get closer to the end of Attack on Titan, there are things that you're realizing that I also just don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like, who knows what's gonna happen?
Who knows?
But
Who knows?
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this crazy podcast. And thanks for the recommendation of the wine. There was definitely no spinal fluid in there. Yes, and we did empty it.
I haven't seized up at all, so...
I think we're pretty good. Ugh! No.
Wait, chat. I think if you all scream loud enough, we might turn into Titans.
Yes. Combine your energy. Make us into pure Titans, and then we can see which of us is stronger in our Titan forms.
To be fair, I don't think it would be a question of who is stronger, because that's definitely going to be you. But if anything, it would be about who would have the most swollen head, you know, for the biggest brain. Bonk.
Yep.
Ugh.
We do a
I'd
bunch
be
of
like
other
one
streams,
of those
though.
babies with like such an enormous head, just like...
That can't support it kind of a thing.
Ugh. Ugh. That's why I would never actually be able to eat any of the scouts, is my big head would just constantly be like...
So are you saying you'd be the
side.
penis Titan?
No. The penis Titan's head is actually not that big. Just because its head proportionally is bigger than the rest of its body doesn't mean that the head is that big, because it's actually one of the smaller Titans.
That's true. Zeke did just kind of squish it.
Oh my god, now you guys are all reeing because it's Dio being the big...
Yes! I think I can feel it having an effect on me. But yeah, we do a bunch of other streams throughout the week.
Loud, though, so it didn't work.
At 3 p.m. Pacific time for all of them. Every weekdays when we stream. Mondays, podcasts. It's been Attack on Titan episode recap and analysis and discussion, deep dives and all that goodness. Tuesdays, One Piece dramatic manga readings. We do crazy voices and everything. It's wonderful. We have a ton of fun with it. If you have not read One Piece, do it. Do it. It's so good. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, oh my god.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Armored Gabby Titan. Cool. Thanks,
Thank you.
Rex Stuff.
Thanks for passing that
Appreciate
along.
it. Yeah.
But yeah, then Wednesdays and Fridays, Caleb Does Gaming, you've been playing Thronebreaker?
Thronebreaker The Witcher Tales.
Apparently it's a Gwent thing. You'll actually get to see Caleb play Gwent.
And my swollen 5-head big brain is actually needed on that because the difficulty is set on the hardest one, on Bonebreaker.
Bonebreaker.
And if you want to make some easy berries, we do bets, or I'm going to start doing more bets on that so that you guys can actually like make some berries off of those streams.
Also, and then on Thursdays, I'm playing Nier Automata. Two big things.
Too big?
Two big things
Too
to
big.
keep in mind for those streams.
Too
One,
big for your hands?
2B's ass. It's wonderful. Yes, it's amazing. And I will not be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Second,
Polygons can't love you back, though, Jacob.
they don't need to.
Okay.
They don't need to.
Okay.
But second, you can actually, you thought Portal was crazy. You thought Ori was bad. Watch me play an actual open world game. Open world where it's just big spaces. And I can just choose where to go.
Every
thought-
once in a while, though, the game will give you an ending because you went the wrong way Like, you literally went the opposite way
I did.
because of a plot-related thing.
I need to test the boundaries, man. I need to
Yes,
see
it's
where.
true.
See, it's not
Some
getting
people
lost
just
if
say
you
you're
intentionally.
a completionist. I mean, that's
it's-
accurate.
It's not getting lost if you intentionally go in the wrong direction.
Acker abs or 2B ass?
Why would you make me choose something
He
like
can't
that?
choose.
What?
He can't
No,
choose.
it would be the 2B ass. What can I say? I like 3D.
Wow, shots fired.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But y'all, thank you so much for watching this full discussion, analysis, deep dive on Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 13. If you want to see any other of our streams, be sure to check those out. Leave a follow, stay up to date with all of that. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time. Seriously, Cinemex, DM me those 2B lewds. Like, or anyone really. As long as they're
not
as long as they're not spoilery, send me all the 2B lewds.
Yeah. Make sure that only 2B is in this art. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
I mean, I have seen that there's another android on like the cover stuff for the game or whatever that has like long white hair and everything.
I don't know what
I
you're
haven't been
talking
introduced
about.
to her yet. Very curious when that's going to happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. I need to follow in Yokotaro's footsteps. Like, method act myself into the position of the creator of this game in order to properly enjoy the art that he's created. Yep.
I see. I see. Yeah. And that's Jacob.
That's right. And I'm not even I'm not even
You're not
an
even
ass
ass?
man. I'm not even an ass man. Mostly I'm a boobs guy. But to be, it's powerful. Yeah.
Man.
The ad ended like 5 seconds
It did.
ago.
It did. All right.